Hey, everybody, you're watching and listening to the We Are Rizin podcast. This is your host, Andrew Benjamin, joined by a very special guest. Well, two guests with us. He'll be here to talk about the women's stuff, and the other will be here to talk about the entire show. We got Andreas from Combat Japan, CJ from Sogo Kaku. Is that still around? Is that still a thing?
It is, yes.
Okay, great. You've been at MIA for a bit. People have been wondering, are we going to get any more interviews with Ring Nakai or any... I know you did actually. You interviewed. Who'd you interview this year? You interviewed someone.
Oh, I interviewed Shigeru Sawada, and then probably going to do something for Miki Motono's next fight and Shizuka Sugiyama's retirement ceremony in September.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious to know, does Sugiyama speak English since she was born in New York?
Yeah, she speaks English. She's not fluent, but she speaks English.
Okay, gotcha. I wasn't so sure.
She went and lived in Australia and studied and taught English. No, I think she went to Australia to study English, and then she did some jiu-jitsu training while she was there.
Gotcha. And Andreas, I know that you're fresh off a great grappling match from last week, and covering sumo and all that good stuff. How you doing?
Good, man. Turns out I'm the 5th ranked middleweight in Maine of this new promotion, so that was funny. The reason I'm laughing is because I have a losing record. I'm like 3-4 with them, but hey, I'll take it.
Hey, listen, some rising fighters got that record. Listen,
that's right.
Nothing to frown about.
Yeah.
By the way, we would have done this show last week. Unfortunately, I got a very severe case of strep and couldn't even talk. I couldn't even. And breathing was insanely difficult. So, I guess if you want to watch some other podcasts that get shit wrong, you can just watch those. But here, if you waited a week and want to see the actual and see real takes and all that stuff, good on you waiting. Good on you. Super Anime King says better record than Hagiwara at this point.
Oh my god.
Well, all due respect, man. If you probably win an MMA match with Hagiwara, you could probably beat him at this point.
I would just die for the legs. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Well, I know that CJ, I know you wanted to do some talk about the woman stuff, so we can get right into the talk about the woman stuff, and we'll get into the more details of the show, everything else after. I guess we gotta start with landfill. So let's talk about at least one portion of the landfill. Ayane Harata. Oh, Hime beating Ayane Harata. Probably, one of the shittiest fights of the year. I don't know. Any thoughts?
Well, I mean, it was kind of obvious when they booked it. Hirata trains at Burst. I mean, she's from the area. I mean, her coach was on the card. Megumi Fuji was also there. There was a ton of Burst fighters there.
Was Sasaki in her corner? Because I thought I saw him in a corner, but I was like, oh, but he's fighting. So unless his doppelganger was there.
But I mean, she's a popular fighter. She kind of has that cute fighter angle. She goes by Barbie, obviously. So I mean, they were just on the card to sell tickets. Hime, everyone knows, is kind of a staple of Deep. She's a little too long in the tooth for any real rising consideration. But when they made this matchup, I mean, Hirata struggled against much worse fighters. And Hime is kind of a grappler's nightmare because she likes to stick and move. And she hits really hard, which is what made this fight really frustrating because in the last 20 seconds, it became obvious that Hime could have just ended the fight whenever she wanted. But I think it was just maybe nervous. It was her first rising fight, so she didn't want to get taken down or submitted. But even from when this was originally announced, it was very obvious to me that Hime was going to win. And when she started putting the pressure on, you saw the skill gap.
Well, I'm actually really surprised that Hime was on the opening fight because somebody like her name, she's already established in Deep Jewels. She had a pretty good fight against Rin Nakai, had a good game plan, but obviously Rin Nakai her. I'm surprised that she was opening fight father. That's usually, I would say, somebody not of her name and status would be like.
I think
main card.
My guess would be the reason she was on the card is that she's a Deep Jewels fighter. And Deep Jewels essentially controls most of the. I mean, they have Saiki-san has a good relationship, obviously rising, and they just pushed one of their fighters on the card. She's also from the Kansai area, but she's not that popular. I'm not saying she's unpopular, but she doesn't have a big fan base. I think she's 37, and she doesn't really have a martial arts background that you would want in someone that you're going to invest a lot of time in.
Mhm.
So I think it was just perfect. They gave Hirata a tough opponent. Maybe she wins. Then you can bring her back on Rizin. But I don't think either one of these are going to be rising staples in the future.
Andreas, if you happen to watch this, any thoughts?
I did watch this.
remember?
Yeah. I guess, CJ, do you know why this was 2 rounds? I couldn't find an answer to that.
I'm imagining it's because it's one of the opening fights.
Okay.
It may have been. They said special rules. It may have been Deep Jewels has a lot of 2-round fights.
Okay.
And they might have just been going forward with Deep Jewels rules.
I see. Yeah. And also maybe like a time constraint thing, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, no, in terms of the fight, for me, I don't know. I didn't know either of them. So I had picked against Hime, but I was proven wrong. Yeah, I didn't really feel strongly about it.
Yeah, no, that's kind of how everybody felt, I think, in the end.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I felt even stronger about this one, Siwoo Park versus Moeri Suda. You technically chose both, Andreas, so I can't say you were right or wrong because you changed on my show. You changed your thing, and then on your show, you kept it as Suda.
Yeah, so, no, I took an L on that one. I thought Suda would submit her, but no.
Yeah. CJ, first of all, they scored a 29-26 after the yellow card that Park got. I mean, 29-26. That's basically like, oh, thank you for showing up type of score. I would have said at least 29. Sorry, 29-26, 29-27. I would have said probably, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Park. I think that you best summed up Park one time when you said she has TKO power, but not knockout power, and I thought that's how probably this fight's gonna end. That she's gonna Moeri Suda is gonna pull guard. Park will get out and then maybe start just walloping on her, which I possibly saw, but no, Park was tentative in this fight. Also, apparently, she had a leg injury coming into this fight as well.
Yeah, but I don't think that would have played a large factor. So Park, ever since her second fight with Saori Oshima, where she knocked Oshima down, and she got really aggressive and went for the finish and dived into Oshima's guard and got caught with an armbar, has become a much more tentative fighter. And she's kind of become this decision fighter where you saw it in the Rena fight as well, where she likes to stay on the outside and counter her opponent until roughly the remaining, what I'd say 30-20 seconds of a round, where then she lunges forward, tries to land some flashy big shots to steal the round at the end. I agree that she won the fight. I think the fight, I mean, it wasn't that exciting of a fight, but I think it was much closer of a fight than those scorecards reveal, because there were long swaths of the fight where Park was doing absolutely nothing. And it was kind of like the Rena fight where Suda just seemed frustrated and was charging forward, trying to make something happen, which isn't the best strategy because she just kept eating shots doing that.
Yeah.
But I think it can be summed up. I think in the post-fight kind of round table when they're talking to Sakakibara, they asked him about the women's tournament, and his response was, I think all of the Japanese fighters did great. They were really aggressive, which I think tells you all you need to know about what he thought about the winner of this fight.
Yeah, I know Siwoo Park's not the most exciting fighter, but I don't think by extension she's not the most boring fighter. She listen, for someone who's only, I guess you could say, a regional level fighter, she knows like the ins and outs of how to win, and her losses are very few and like very spotty as well.
Her fight IQ is quite high in that she learned from getting caught. She's like, oh, I'm not going to lunge myself into these risky situations anymore. A lot of Japanese fighters, especially on the regional scene, come from a grappling background. I have a strong kickboxing base. If I stick and move and make them aggressively come at me, I can just counter them all day. And that's become what her game plan is. And I think we discussed it earlier on another show, but I did confirm she did train at MMA Masters before this fight.
That's what I thought. I thought I was going crazy where I thought I heard that she was trained, but then she was back at Havas, I think, as well.
Yeah, she went to MMA Masters and then she went back to Havas in Korea.
Okay. And then, because I thought somebody said Suda was the one who went to America. Well, and I'm like,
Suda did go to America, but I think she was just at a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament in Vegas.
Okay.
But when this fight got announced, I mean, Suda's record is really deceptive. She's still very young. And
It's crazy that she has more fights than her actual age. I can't believe that.
Park has to be one of the most physically imposing super atomweights in Rising's division. She's got stamina and she's strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Suda got her down a couple times, but there was just no chance she was keeping her on the ground.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of Suda's whole. That's been her entire game plan, or the way she fights forever. And like it's basically unless the only way you can lose against Suda is if you don't watch her fight, basically, and you fall into her trap. And obviously Park did her homework, and I think overpowered her as well to get the win in this.
Yep. Suda got her down several times and just had no ability to keep the fight on the ground. I think a lot of Japanese fighters, especially at that level, don't have like a regimented physical training regime. They're like, I get all my workout done in my training sessions just with sparring and rolling. I think she needs to consider getting some more muscle mass on.
I mean, that's not going to happen for a while because she's still a child. Well, I'm not sure she's still a child, but she's still
like 21, 22.
She's a Japanese female adult, which can basically be almost a child.
But Suda is kind of in this weird position though, where she is better than 80% of the regional fighters on that scene. Mm-hmm. She's just always struggled to get over the hump.
I think that's the problem now with the atomweight division, and I think why it's kind of dead. Sorry, Andres, don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. I'm gonna get to you. I think the problem with at one point you had top tier level atomweights that maybe they could get. They were UFC level, or at least they appeared UFC level. After like Kana retired, Ayaka, going her way, Miyu going retiring, you kind of have now these level and Reina kind of hitting retirement, Izawa obviously, whatever. You have these atomweights that are like, top tier level of the regional scene, and then others who are just win, lose, win, lose, win, and just stoplight record, as Sam would call it. So and you really have no one who's you can say can be a Shuyaku, an ace. That's besides Izawa, who's like that good in Japan at least.
Yeah, in the division, there isn't really that dominant fighter now that Izawa's gone, because right now it's really going to come down to styles, make matchups. Put Suda against another grappler, and she's going to destroy them. Put her against a striker that can keep her off of her, and it's going to look like what it looked like at Rizin.
Also, Tisan, one of our frequent listeners from Japan, he says that her Japanese skill level has improved a lot. I met her at Shinjuku Station in 2019. And so I know she was living in Japan for a while during the pandemic. She got a job at Deep, apparently. And that's how
she speaks passable English too.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. Okay. But yeah, well, I'm trying to think of anything else. Yeah, she just said that her leg, she came into the fight injured in her leg, whatever. That's all I remember from the press conference.
Well, I think going into this quote unquote invisible tournament, the whole point of this tournament is to put the most exciting fight on New Year's Eve, or the one that's going to get the most attention. Yeah. And going into it, Zawa said, it's just not about winning. You got to get a finish, which Sakakibara has also said, that this isn't just about winning your fight. You got to do it in an exciting manner. Mm-hmm. And I think it's fair to say that Park will not be on the.
I was just thinking, like, imagine if both Park and Lee won, and like they finished their opponents, and then like Lotus, decision Norelu, or something. Then again, they say it in a way that like they basically will just go with whatever they want to go with anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
I mean, I think you look at it this way: the Rena-Natasha fight, it's almost at a point now where the winner of that is probably guaranteed to be in the finals. Because if you get Rena winning, you have the most popular fighter in their super atomweight division winning. Of course, you're going to put her on the New Year's Eve show. If Natasha wins, you have the new big, scary foreigner fighter. Mm-hmm. Of course, you're going to put her in there. And then you kind of have Noelle and Kate Lotus as your safe backup, where both of them are popular Japanese fighters that get a lot of fan attention. And so if you don't have a good Japanese fighter to put in the final, you can put one of them in, because one of them has to win.
Mm-hmm. Andrea, sorry to make you wait, but I'll go to you. So,
Yeah.
this wasn't the first time you've seen Park or Suda fight, right?
No, it's not. But I thought CJ's point about Park being kind of more like that demeanor change post armbar. I thought that was really interesting because the fights I have seen from her, I've noticed that she's very like defensively oriented. Like she's trying to counter a lot and reacting to what's given to her, which is part of the reason I thought Suda would win. I thought she'd be more aggressive and just kind of play her A game, which from what I've seen, it's a lot of like guard stuff. Like she'll aggressively pull guard. Whereas in this fight, Suda did a lot of like leg entanglement stuff, which first of all, in MMA, it doesn't work very often. But did you guys notice that she was like trying to attack the legs a lot? Or maybe that's just me. Yeah. And then the other thing I think worth noting that I thought was really cool was that Marab style takedown of Park, where she like dragged her across the mat and just threw her down. But agreed, she lost that. It was pretty boring, and we probably won't see either of them in December.
Yeah. Has Hagiwara said that the people who lose are gonna are they gonna kind of do like the flyweight thing where they're kind of just rotating everybody? CJ, has he kind of? I feel like they're gonna maybe do something like that.
He hasn't said anything to that effect. The only thing he's talked about a loser is we can talk about the Saori Oshima fight, I guess, where after that fight, when talking about Lee, he said he wants to see her back in Rizin because she had really good fan service.
Oh,
now
tell me about it.
What I noticed on social media is to go on that fan service angle. I think she made like a bunch of stickers or cards to give out to fans, and I think she actually speaks pretty decent Japanese. So Lee was going around interacting with fans, getting people excited. I mean, she seemed to have kind of captured a lot of fight fans' imaginations on social media. And I think now that Yrysbek is pregnant and out of action, Rizin always needs a good Korean fighter for the division, and Lee looks to maybe be in that role.
I could not believe like her actual she actually she already faced Suda for one. She faced Oshima, the first time as well. I didn't realize how many times she's basically been kind of Deep Jewels as like go to Korean girl for their shows.
Yeah, they use the Siwoo Park almost fights in Japan so much now that it's like almost not even fair.
I don't count her anymore. She spent too many years at Crazy B.
Yeah, but Lee and definitely was it Ju Young Park, the other park that Deep.
Yes, that park. Yes,
Deep Jewels has 2 or 3 Korean girls that they use all the time.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Lee's record. She's faced Kurobe, Mikarai, Meisawa, Furuse. I should remember that. And Takabayashi just recently. So she's kind of, and also your favorite Hana Date. So yeah, she's kind of just brought in to be, I shouldn't say cannon fodder, but that's kind of what they bring her in for.
Well, I mean, it's Japanese matchmaking. They do the same thing in Korea. They bring Japanese fighters over to lose in Road FC, and they do the same thing in Japan.
Yeah. I mean, Andreas,
Yep.
There's a way to get a revenge match win. It's I think Oshima kind of did it perfectly.
Yeah, dude, I love that knee bar. That was it just kind of came out of nowhere, right? Because it was a counter to Lee's takedown, right? Because she had a body lock and kind of mat returned her, right? And
yes, yeah,
it was incredible, dude. I think in my recap video, this is like one of the standout moments that really stuck with me. It was awesome.
I think the other thing, so Oshima's Oshima's is even small for atom weight, but she's got like the perfect body to do, or perfect stature, whatever, to do a move like that. Her legs are short enough that her legs won't go too, that you can't reach your legs to get out of the knee bar, and it's almost like her legs fit perfectly for that. And it's surprising because I don't want to say she's not a knee bar person. She's kind of like the arm lock gal. That's kind of what she's known for.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's just her. For somebody, you don't expect her grappling. Like, if you look at her, you'd be like, I don't know, what is she like? I don't know what type of fighter she's like. You wouldn't think she's like a tier level grappler.
Well, I would say we kind of hinted at it with the last fight she had with Park, but Oshima really is at her best in scrambles.
Mm-hmm.
She is great at improvising and pulling submissions out of nowhere, doing stuff that she's never trained. I remember the Kana Asakura fight where she started throwing those up kicks up. She's just great at scrambles. And as Andrew, you kind of highlighted, her physique is almost perfect for that. And I think that actually comes from her judo career. I think she was a similar judo fighter when she was doing judo. And she's just a scrapper. I mean, it was interesting. She fights in ways you don't normally see people fight. Once she grabbed Lee's arm in the beginning, you guys as grapplers noticed, she like refused to let it go. It was very obvious she was going for some sort of judo throw, which the judo throw ultimately didn't work, but it kind of led to the situation that led to the scramble that got her the fight.
Yeah, that's how she beat Salt. Remember, she beat Salt with the judo throw and the arm. It was like was it the arm lock or the
that was the scarf hold?
Yeah, I think also CJ. I'll be honest. I don't think. I felt like this. I feel like Oshima came in different for this fight. In her other fights, I don't know. She seems so off. She didn't have like after that kind of fight. I felt like she had so much fire and energy and so much hype behind her. And then she had the fight with Salt, and then she kind of did these fights in Invicta or Combate Global, whatever. She lost those. She had those kind of middling fights in Deep. She was going like hot and cold, and she had that fight with Kate Lotus this year as well. She also lost to Aizawa as well. So this was the first. This is the first time she. You know when they say a fighter is back, this felt like she's truly back.
Yeah, I mean, I've followed her career a long time, and she's had her ups and downs. I mean, she's had injuries, which have affected things, and especially with the current women's MMA climate, when you talk to these fighters, opportunities become so rare. I mean, sure, Oshima has an Invicta contract, but they haven't been calling recently for some reason, and Invicta hasn't been doing anything for a while. And so when these people get offered fights on a big stage, they're just going to say yes, and I'll push through the injury and try to get it done. And I always thought the Izawa fight was kind of weird because they put that together so last minute. She had that big win over Suda, and I think the Izawa fight was a month later.
Yeah. Which I also didn't feel like it was earned. I know this feels weird. I felt like I felt like that fight had already passed. It's like I felt like, yeah.
I had kind of a similar thought where I thought it was earned, but I thought it also deserved more build-up. And not
it was just on a random landmark show.
On a card.
It was just on that. Remember, it was just on a random landmark show. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Well, because it was clear it was clear that they had already kind of booked Izawa versus Rena for New Year's Eve. And so they were just kind of throwing this in the middle. But I mean, Oshima looked amazing. Sakakibara was very complimentary of her afterwards. And when you're looking at for the Invisible Tournament, I mean, of all the fights that happened so far, she got a first round finish. No.
Yeah.
As I said, if Rena wins in exciting fashion, Rena's definitely going to be on there. And if Noelle or Kate Lotus wins in exciting fashion, they're really popular. So that might be something she can't control, but she's not guaranteed to be in the finals, but she's in a very good position.
If they do the same thing with the flyweight thing, they're kind of just now, they seem to be just rotating people from the tournament. Do you think they'll do Suda versus Lee too in Rizin, CJ?
I mean, I think Sakakibara was very clear that he does want to see Lee back. I mean, Suda's going to have to need some recovery time, right? Her face looked super messed up. I mean, they're showing pictures afterwards. Both her eyes were swollen shut, and a broken nose. It's hard to tell, but he's right. Oshima's been talking a lot about this.
Do you think they'll do something? I know that they said that they're going to see who does the best performance. Do you think they might do something with Do you think they'll do the same thing they did with the flyweight tournament where they had the elimination vote? You think they'll do a vote to see a main event?
No, I don't think
because I can see I can see people wanting to see Reina versus Oshima, no matter what. That's I think they want to kind of do that. I think they're trying to.
No, if Reina wins, and they've already kind of started building up that drama at that press conference they had where they announced the new title match, the Invisible Tournament, I guess is what they're calling it, where Saori said that she'd fight anyone, including Rena. Then they kind of had a little bit of beef. But I don't think they'll do a vote. I would guess that my guess is because Rena and Natasha, if you look at their records, they don't really go to decisions that often. If they lose or win, it tends to be a finish. So I think the winner of that will likely advance. And then it just depends on what happens in the Kate and Noelle fight.
Yeah, I'm Andreas, just curious to know, would you book maybe Suda versus Lee too? They already fought it. That's the thing about this tournament as well, is that like I think 70% of the people have already fought each other at this. I feel like I don't know. I looked at names. I'm like, oh, these people must have fought each other already. And like, yeah, Park and Oshima did. Oshima, Lee, Suda, Park, Reina. So it was kind of like I wasn't like you're kind of maybe just gonna get a rematch or something. I don't know. Any thoughts, Andreas?
Yeah, I mean, I think like CJ said, you know, as long as she has enough time to recover, it would make sense. It would make sense to even have them be on the same card, just like, you know, beneath, like earlier in the card, just so you can kind of build up a contender to, you know, whoever wins, they can fight next. Do we know when Izawa will be back? I mean, I know she's pregnant, but she says she fully intends to come back, right?
I mean, every sign is pointing that she wants to come back, but that kind of seems up in the air at the moment.
Okay, because I know that what is it like half of these women have lost to Izawa already. So,
well, it depends who you're talking to. You could argue that Park beat her twice.
That's right. Yeah, split decision. Right?
That's the most. I still can't believe that. I can't believe this is the same person.
What is it? Park got deducted a point in deep for a move that would have been legal in Rizin. And then in the Rising fight, people argue that Park knocked her out.
And this is the same person who the way she fought Suda. It's just so funny. It's just so funny how JMA can be. But if you don't mind me asking, sorry, go ahead.
For future fights, I would like to see. I would definitely bring Suda back. Suda's she's an exciting fighter that goes for finishes, and I think Sakakibara was still complimentary of her in defeat, saying that she was aggressive. She was trying to make something happen. So I think you bring her back. The issue is, I think the reason Lee was in the tournament is they put her against Edu Takabayashi, who is one of those girls that's now training with Seika Izawa in Deep Jewels. But I didn't think they expected Lee to beat Edu Takabayashi, and that kind of threw a wrench in it. And I think that's why Lee was in the Rising tournament. And so maybe do Suda versus Edu Takabayashi, because I think Edu Takabayashi fought in Rising against. You remember Sakura?
Yep, I remember the infamous Sakura fights.
Yeah, so I think that was against Edu Takabayashi as an opening fight. So I would maybe bring Edu Takabayashi up and have her fight Moeri Suda. Do it on an Osaka show. That's where Moeri's from, and let her have that hometown rub and get that going. And then for Lee, I would just put her against another brawler, scrapper type, and give her a fair chance to kind of bounce back. Maybe put her against the loser of Noelle and Kate Lotus.
Do you think? What do you think? You think Park will get a Deep Jewels booking after this, or you think Rise is going to try to be like, let's find something for her?
My understanding of Park is she was trying to get in the UFC, and that's why she went to the US, and that's why she's kind of been out for a while. But the matchmaker at the UFC has kind of indicated that he's done with signing on atom weights to fight as straw weights because it doesn't tend to go well. And now she's back. She doesn't really have anywhere else to go. I would expect to
not even Rota C. Has she ever even fought in Rota C, or am I my brain thinking?
She may have, but it was my guess would be you see her on a Deep Jewels show.
Okay, gotcha.
Before she's on a Rising show.
Who do you think? Anybody on Deep Jewels you think that they'll probably match her up with? Has she ever fought a Hikaru Ono?
Well, she knocked her out.
Oh shit! Oh, okay.
And Hikaru Aono's not even in Deep anymore. She's in Shuto.
Oh yeah.
She embraced the name of her husband and went over to Shuto.
I'm trying to think, like, who has
now that she's at a Shuto affiliated gym, maybe she can become somebody good.
Oh yeah. I'm just trying to think who Park has not fought, and I'm like, that's like
that's a joke, by the way. That was a joke. But no, Park's fought almost everybody. You're gonna have a hard time finding her opponent she hasn't fought yet.
And then the ones who she hasn't fought, I'm like, probably she destroys them, or at least beats them soundly.
Machi beat her recently, and Machi's doing her whole road to UFC thing, so you're not going to do that. And I think her last, I mean, she's kind of bouncing back and forth between super atomweight and strawweight. But I also think Sayaki recently announced that he's thinking of adding a 49 kilogram, a super atomweight title in Deep Jewels. And if they do
what
that,
was that, 49, 52, 58?
That way they'll
right?
have 45. I think it's 45, 48, 49, and 52.
And will these belts ever be defended, or are they just going to be
well,
like,
if you play your cards right, Saori Oshima could be a 4-division champion.
That's true. That's possible. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
She's still the microweight champion, I think.
I think so. Isn't Mizuki still the strawweight champion?
No, Machi is the strawweight now.
Okay, no. Machi's strawweight. What is Mizuki flyweight champion?
No, she's not a champion anymore. They finally dropped that so Seika Izawa could win it.
As long as Amanda Lucas still has the championship, it doesn't matter.
But
By the way, Andreas just ran up. Sorry. Oh, sorry, CJ. Go ahead.
I was just wanting to finish my thought. If they're going to do a 49 kilogram title, though, they're probably going to do a tournament, and that seems like something Park would be a heavy favorite to win.
Just to let you know, Andreas, George Lucas's daughter is the deep open weight champion in the female division.
I was there. She came out to the ring with stormtroopers.
That's crazy, dude.
So if you look up Amanda Lucas MMA, it's probably like all of her fights from deep.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look that up.
CJ, sorry, Andreas. Sorry. About to ask something.
I would say the ladies were quite successful. If you look at the post-event auction sales, I think the women all had the highest priced gloves that were sold at the end.
Yeah, I think Suda was 360,000 yen. It was right.
38. Was it 380,000?
380,000. Excuse me.
Crushed Hime, who I think went for 2,000 or like 20,000.
Oh, Hime was the lowest. I think she was at the bottom. I think it was Suda. Park, was it Park? No, not Park.
It was Suda, Hirata, and Lee, I think.
Okay, gotcha. Why is that? Is there a creepy thing? Is there a creepy reason why? Or is it just? I don't know. They're just super fans. CJ.
I always am somewhat suspicious of those auction sales because I sometimes suspect that someone's just buying their own gloves back.
Really?
But the Suda price was a huge price, and there's a ton of bids. I would say she's from the Osaka area. I know this was in Hiroshima, but maybe she had a big hometown gathering that went, and I don't know why, but they're quite popular. And I think Hirata, while not being the best fighter record-wise, does a lot of events with her fans. So I think she also has a strong fan base.
Gotcha. Regarding the rest of the tournament, I mean, you don't have to make a prediction if you want. What do you think about Kate Lotus versus Noeru Pereira? Who do you think? Lotus is going to overpower her. It has to be, right?
So I think people forget how new Noelle is. Kate Lotus may not be the most technical fighter, but she's a very tough fighter. She's a very physical fighter. I mean, she used to fight at like 125, I think. And I think she will overpower and wear Noelle down and win the fight.
Mm-hmm. Big question. Reina versus Kuzi.
So I was looking at that. I was thinking about that earlier today. Since 2023, I think Reina has fought 4 times. Once in 2023, 2 in 24, once in 2025. Kuzi's entire career, but one fight, is since 2023. She is way more active. She's in there. She's fresh. I know she's a little bit older. She's 37. But she's going to be more comfortable in the ring. She's coming off of a huge victory over Ayaka Hamasaki. So if she is able to get Reina down, I think Reina's going to be in a lot of trouble. But also, it's hard to guess, though, because look at Kuzi's record outside of Hamasaki. The opponents don't tell you much. So if Reina is able to stick and move and keep it standing, it could be a long night for Kuzi. They just don't have enough mutual opponents, though, for me to kind of predict what's going to happen.
I think that's what makes the fight so interesting is just they're 2 different styles and just also 2 wildly different, I guess, career trajectories and just activity and all that. It feels like it's equal, which is great.
Yeah. And Kuzi's American top team, so Japanese fans are going to love that. They already think American top team's invincible.
Yeah.
So it should be fun to watch. But Rena just got to keep it off the ground. And whenever she gets to the ground, sometimes she makes mistakes that get her caught.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I was her, I'd just be training nonstop to get up and keep this standing.
Gotcha. Andres, any quick thoughts on the upcoming 2 Invisible tournament women's matches?
Yeah, I think, given kind of to expand on that point about Reina's ground game, I believe close to half of Kujitina's wins are submission. So that will probably play a role there as well. So in giving her judo background, I think she's probably going to try and take it to the ground immediately. So I think I'd just favor her to take it. But as far as Noelle and Kate Lotus, I don't know. Yeah, it's a coin flip for me.
I will say Kate Lotus has only been submitted once. Like, part of me in my mind thinks that it should be more times.
Yeah.
But
has Kate Lotus ever fought a Park?
I don't think so.
I don't think she has. No.
Wow, I can't believe those two never. That seems like it'd be the more proper matchup. I know, but then you have Suda who already fought Noeru on a RIZIN show, so you kind of fucked that up already. So it's like,
and Kate Lotus is a strange fighter. She wins fights that you think she's going to lose, then she loses fights that you think she's going to win.
Yeah,
she's very strange. And much like Noelle, she's yet to kind of. They're popular, yes. They have a lot of fans, but they haven't climbed that hump into being a top tier fighter.
How do you see the future of atomweights in RIZIN / deep, or just like the Deep Jewels division in general, CJ?
I think it looks great. If you look at the Deep Jewels card for September, they have a bunch of young fighters announced. Compared to 15 years ago, the division age average is probably down 15 or 20 years. You're finally seeing the veterans moving on and the new up-and-comers coming up. But the issue is RIZIN going to commit to that? Mm-hmm. Because you remember after the Izawa Park kind of Grand Prix, RIZIN super atomweight fights just tanked. There's essentially Izawa title defenses and Machi fights, and that was all RIZIN was interested in putting on. So
I also think that RIZIN wanted Reina versus Izawa for that final, I think.
Yeah, I think it's just it seems like the only time for a while that they were putting on women's fights were these regional cards where they're putting people on like Salt in Hokkaido, or they're putting on Kate Lotus near Kobe and things like that. But it seems to be picking up now, and it's an exciting time for the division.
In terms of anything women, I don't think Deep Jewels has a show coming up, and I didn't see any women's matches on the.
They have a fight. They have an event in September.
Oh, they do. Oh, I thought they just had a Deep show in September.
Deep Jewels has, I think it's September 6th.
Okay,
let me pull that up.
I know they're doing the big deep card where they're defending, where they have the new super heavyweight championship now. I guess that's now the new megaton. I guess. Andreas, any last questions you have for CJ? Maybe regarding atomweight or women's MMA?
I get no. I'm trying to think. So we kind of covered like every iteration of what will happen in December. But I guess if you had to pick one to take it all, who do you think will win on New Year's Eve?
It's too early to tell. I mean, if I had to pick, like, who's the favorite to win the whole thing?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point in time, Natasha's got to be the favorite, right? Just based off past performance.
Yeah, I would agree.
But as we discussed, I mean, so much about her is unknown. It's what makes it exciting.
Yeah.
And I pulled it up. There are some good fighters on the Deep Jewels in September. We got Honoka from Pancrase, Edu Takabayashi, we discussed.
Will Honoka make weight this time?
Did you look? Oh, Sarah's on there.
Oh, which Sarah is this?
A German Sarah.
Okay.
She's been on your show.
Yeah. That's Filipino Sarah, right?
No, this is German Sarah, Shoko Sato's girlfriend, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got the I got the card up as well.
But I will, outside of Deep Jewels in September, Miki Matono, the Pancrase strawweight champion, who I think she did well and wrote to UFC Japan, is fighting Sarami, who is also a rising veteran, and she's the Pancrase atomweight champion. So they're having a fight, which should be pretty exciting. And rising commentator and kind of Japanese women, longtime veteran / legend, Shizuka Sugiyama, will be having her retirement ceremony in September.
I'm surprised. You think a Rise would also be involved with that, or like they would do their own thing? I know she only fought like a handful of times, but she's like the commentator for them. And I figured like, oh, they got to do something. They got to at least acknowledge it somehow, right? It would seem out.
I hope so. She's she does a great job commentating with them. She's a great combination with Kawajiri, and she's I think the only reason it's in Pancrase is she's the current Pancrase champion, going out on top.
You know, I'm actually looking at the Deep Jewels card right now. I'm surprised Saki has yet to be booked in Rizin, given the breaking down stuff, and she seems like she'd be perfect for like a Rizin show.
She keeps missing her chance. She keeps losing the fights. I think she lost to Park, right?
Yeah.
They keep giving her that one shot where it's like, this is the fight. If you win, you're going to be in Rising. Because you're right. She has that breaking down rub. She's an exciting fighter. I mean, she goes for the knockout every time. She just keeps losing that fight that's going to get her into Rising.
I also wonder if I don't know, because you rarely ever see Hearts guys get booked in Rising. It's like it only been like 3 versus like Black Belt Japan or JTT. I wonder if there's just something also there as well. Like, there's a little bit of beef or something.
There's always stuff going on behind the scenes, and I mean, Mikuru Asakura can definitely probably get any guy he wants from JTT into Rizin at this point.
Yeah, but also like breaking down as well, and you'd think that like, oh, he I don't know, give her a shout out. You got anything coming up, CJ, that you're working on?
I was gonna I'm gonna try to interview Oshima now that I think she went on a little vacation after the fight, so let her get back and do an interview with her. I'm doing a long article on Sugiyama because her career, I mean, the way that I will describe it is she is the last person from Jewels 1 that is still fighting. And so when she retires, it'll really be the end of that generation. So I'm working on a long form article, got some crazy stories. When she was in Australia, she made the news because she caught a shoplifter and held him till the police came. So lots of funny stuff like that inserted into the story. And we're also going to do a Miki Matono article for her upcoming fight as well.
Do you think she got a bad rap in Rizin? I know she only had 2 fights in Rizin, the 2 Kana Watanabe fights. Do you think that she should have gotten more?
Absolutely. She was, as the article, if you're more interested, you can read the article, but just the timing of her career is just like a Greek tragedy. You start kind of in the corpse of pride. Japanese MMA is just non-existent. There's women aren't fighting anywhere. And then all of a sudden Smack Girl starts doing stuff, but then Smack Girl dies. Then Valkyrie comes along, Valkyrie dies. Then you go to Jules dies. Then Deep Jewels comes. So just a very interesting, you can see how the entire scene just changes throughout her career. And if she would have been 10 years later or 10 years earlier, she would have been fighting on the biggest stage.
Was she ever scouted by UFC or Bellator?
She was so close to the UFC because her husband was a UFC fighter for a long time. And when the UFC went to Japan, they kind of were, it was a long time ago. I forget which Japan show it was, but UFC hadn't been in Japan for a very long time. And so they actually hired her as a promotion angle, kind of like the Rising ambassador, where she was going around doing the whole people on the streets things, interviewing people and hosting events to raise attention for the UFC. And I just don't know why, but she never got the offer there.
Not even Bellator or Invicta, because Invicta, I think, could have found when they had money and were running.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think also it's just a lot of those promoters were dealing with other promoters who have the fighters that they manage that they're going to push, and that affects which fighters get to fight abroad and which ones don't. I think he had offers, obviously, to fight in certain promotions, but it's the fight game and things fall through.
Because she didn't have a bad record at her peak, and she was in Deep, and then was in Pancreas, which basically at one point was the open door to the UFC. When they were on Fight Pass, if you got a good record, you got on road to UFC, or at least prelim, whatever. And especially for women's flyweight, they needed bodies. They went with Ring Nakai for flyweights. That's how desperate.
Don't quote me on this, but I do think there were talks of her going to the PFL at one point in time. But I think it just ended up not materializing. She does have a young son, so that probably makes things difficult as well.
Mm-hmm. By the way, as well, in case Andres, you didn't know who her husband was. Her husband's Keitaro Nakamura. Do you remember him from UFC and also Rizin?
Yeah, I didn't know that they were married, but thanks for filling that in. Yeah.
The rear naked choke master. That guy has 1 million rear naked chokes.
Do they still have the gym together? What's it called?
What's
the gym called again?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. It's called
That's not Roy's. That's not Roy's.
Roy's is Izawa's gym, and for her career, Shizuka trains at Miwi, but it's like. What's it called?
But then also Keitaro was training at JTT.
He was like the head grappling coach at JTT for a while,
and then they had their own gym. It's so confusing,
Well, I've been there several times. It's a really nice gym. It's in Tokyo. It's called like United Japan or.
Oh yes, I remember now. United. Oh, it's United something. Yes, I remember now. I remember now. Okay,
I can't remember, but I've been there. It's a very nice facility, but so she's retiring. Just to put long story short, and she's had such an impactful career. She was the poster child for a very long time. So we're going to do our best to kind of highlight that.
Gotcha. I don't want to have to kick you off, CJ. Unfortunately, we're running out of time. We're going to be talking about the non-woman stuff, the boring men's stuff now. You want to plug your social media and all that good stuff?
Just sogo-kaku.com. You can find me on Twitter. I have the YouTube as well, but I haven't updated a video in a while. But yeah,
we need more Ring Nakai hostage videos. We need more Ring Nakai hostage interview videos from you, please.
You have no idea.
I do. Unfortunately, I do.
Do I need to plead the fifth?
But CJ, I appreciate you joining and wanting to talk some Joshi. We could definitely do this again for the next fights when they happen. If you'd be willing to come on, we got to do something with Chuck from WMAC now as well.
Perfect. I appreciate it, and I'm going to listen to the rest of the show. Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, CJ. Okay, take care. Bye. So we talked about the women's stuff. So let's get into more of the nitty-gritty of this show. So I want to just get your thoughts on Andreas. What did you think of overall of this show?
I liked it. We had a lot of finishes near the top of the card. We'll get there. But
top of the card was brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I really liked it. I got to be completely honest. I didn't watch any of the YouTube stuff.
That's fine.
I did not.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But just to give a little background note as well, attendance for the show sold out 9,928. Do you know the last combat show that sold out this arena? Take a guess.
Clue.
If you get a guess a year, that's great. But if you want to take a guess, like the promotion.
Okay. Is it K1?
No.
I was gonna say like 2010 K1. I don't know.
Certainly not 2026 K1.
No.
Rings Combat.
Okay. What year?
95.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Pride didn't go to Hiroshima as far as I know, not even for the Bushido shows. And yeah, I don't know. I don't see Hiroshima as like a hotbed for MMA when I think about it. So I don't think they got a lot. The Rings was hot at the time, and I guess when they decided to come by, let's see if I could try to find the actual show. It was Rings 1995 Hiroshima. But yeah, that's was it 95? Oh, I think I wrote it down wrong. Maybe 94. I think it is.
Oh wow.
Rings in Hiroshima. Now keep in mind, are you familiar with rings?
No, by name only. Like I couldn't tell you like any of the history. Yeah.
Can't say that all the matches maybe were real. But I think this is a correct one, and it looks like the main event. I'm assuming this is the main event. Had to be Akira Maeda defeating Peter Olay, I believe. If somebody in the chat knows more about Ring's history than me, then go right ahead. But yeah, it's been a while. And 9,928 is pretty darn good, I think.
Yeah, you think they'll go back, Rizin?
Oh yeah, I don't know if they're gonna. It's interesting. So they're going to other places like non-Tokyo, Osaka, Fukuoka places this year. I don't know. Right now, there's no word on if they're going to do the whole year show, every month show thing. If they do that next year, then they'll definitely be back, I think.
Yeah. Were they in Sendai for the first time too?
Yes. Yeah, okay, Sendai as well, yeah. But like Sendai is like even more like rural, smaller area. And then remember also they were in Shikoku last year, which is even like more rural than they're like Hiroshima or whatever. T-San says Hiroshima is a place Yakuza. That's what we recognize.
Oh wow.
Well, hopefully they were from the 9,928 who came by and enjoyed it. As well, our buddy Andre Reynolds as well was at the show live as well. So hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you want to tell us, your thoughts on the show, Andre, please let us know. We're just gonna go for the landfill. Let me get the banner up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you even watch the 16-year-olds fighting? You didn't even bother with that, man?
No. So I usually I don't stay up for these. Like I'll watch them first thing in the morning, and I'll watch them on Rizin TV. So if they're on YouTube, I just miss it.
Isn't that crazy that they do not archive them? I don't know why.
Yeah.
I can't think of any reason why these are not archived. It can't be a music rights thing because you could just easily fix that. I don't know. T-San, if you're in the chat, do you know why they don't archive the YouTube fights? It makes imagine if UFC Fight Pass was like, okay, you can only watch the prelims once and then you can never watch them ever again. Like, people will be like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm saying Fight Pass, like, whatever, that era. Anyway, Jin Tanaka beat Kentaro. Do you know that they were wearing headgear and leg gear and had these funny oversized gloves during this entire match? And the headgear kept coming off on the guys. So here's the thing. They tried submitting. Tanaka tried to submit Kentaro with a triangle choke, but you can't do that when your legs are in the you're wearing the leg guards and you're wearing a helmet. It's nearly impossible.
Yeah, it's too much room.
Yeah.
Like for them to breathe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this like
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, was this like a Hiroshima commission type thing, or is this usual for?
No, it's not. I was surprised that they. So Jin Tanaka, I think they're both. I believe they're both from Hiroshima, or at least the neighboring areas of Hiroshima. Let's see. Yeah, Tanaka's from Burst, which is one of the bigger gyms from Hiroshima, and Kentaro's from Okayama, which is, I guess, whatever. I was just surprised. I was like, I'm just surprised that they did that for Hiroshima, basically counts to an amateur, like an amateur. Well, I don't know what else to call it. It's basically, it was like a Shuto amateur All Japan match. One of those things.
Yeah,
I thought they're gonna do like the remember the Koshin tournament that they did for New Year's Eve every year.
Sorry.
Remember the Koshin tournament that they do every year for New Year's Eve with the high school students?
Oh, okay. No, I'm not familiar with it.
They don't wear. They just wear knee pads, but they don't wear leg gear or headgear. This one they were entirely just decked out. So it also made it hard to. This is gonna sound horrible. It was very hard to tell who is who, even with the little tape of red and blue on each glove.
Just because of the headgear, basically.
Yes, and the headgear because they're two tiny Japanese kids.
Yeah. It was this late. So was this amateur or not? Is it going on their pro record?
No, it's amateur. It's amateur.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
But yes, that was the beginning of the landfill, and it was going to be an interesting night, wrestling night. Shivaev beat Benjamin in a robbery. This fight was great. You should have watched this, man, because Benjamin clearly won this, and most people agree. T-Sam will agree with me on this one. CJ, I hope you get those posters up, by the way. Good on you for noting that. But yeah, Shivaev did exactly how he fights in every fight.
Okay.
And then Benjamin just basically pounded on him. And then what happened was Shivaev managed to get his back for like the last round for like a good, however, 2 or 3 minutes. And I guess they decided to give him the split decision on that.
Oh, control.
But this fight was great. It was really like a lot of fun.
Well, I know
I would tell you to watch it, but you can't.
Yeah, you had a vested interest in your relative.
Exactly, yes.
Benjamin,
and he better be back for Rizin. He better be back for another Rizin show. Shuichi T800 Kanda. Oh, Shota Nagano beat T800 Kanda. This fight was kind of there.
We both picked Nagano to win. So
yes, yeah. We already talked about Hime Arata. I guess there's really nothing to talk about the kickboxing match as well. Shiba beat Haruto. Haruto missed weight. I couldn't remember. If you asked me if you put a gun in my hand and said what happened during this fight, I'd be like, I have no idea. I can't remember. Do you remember anything?
It's pretty run of the mill kickboxing. Like nobody did anything like super noteworthy, at least that I remember. But I do think like scoring it live, I thought Haruto would have probably won if he hadn't taken those points for missing weight.
I'm curious.
Slightly.
I'm curious to know, what do you feel about, how do you feel about the missing weight rule with Rizin?
Well, hold on. So is it different for MMA versus kickboxing?
No. So those the two previous fights that happened on the last show where the 2 fighters missed weight, the fighters elected to let them continue on as a regular fight. Now, I don't know if that's a regular thing because I wonder if it happened because, excuse me, they encourage it because 2 fighters missed weight. One was for a tournament, or qualifying tournament.
Yep.
So, you can't say, we're going to let one fight go ahead. You kind of have to let both. So I wonder if it was a case of Rizin encouraging the fighters to let him go on as a regular fight, because it's never happened before. Actually, that's a lie. It's happened once before, but the fighter missed weight by like 0.1 kilo. So, but yeah, no, normally, it's a no contest if the fighter wins, and then if the missing weight fighter wins and all that, and they start off with red card and money and all that stuff. So
yeah, they start off at a disadvantage with the point deduction, and if they win, the guy who missed weight is a no contest.
Yes.
Okay. How do I feel about it? I mean, it's obviously as a promoter, I would like it, right? But I feel like as a fighter, you're kind of being pressured to take it, which kind of sucks. So,
well, here's the thing. I like it because we've seen people in UFC miss weight and then they still get rewarded. I'm still reminded of John Lineker, who got a title shot off a number 1 contender series for missing weight. I forgot who it was against, but at what point at what point is missing weight? What point do you have to put your foot down and be like, dude, you're missing weight too many times? Like, you're making a career out of it at some point. And like, what the punishment? When's the punishment going to actually affect the fighter? And they're like, okay, I'm not going to do it again. Like, if this is too extreme, then whatever we do here in America, I think it's too lenient. I think.
Yeah. What is it, like a portion of their purse, and that's it? Slap on the wrist. Yeah. No, I wasn't even thinking about it that way. I guess I was just thinking about like if I'm fighting and they miss weight by like 10 pounds, you might just say, no, we're not doing this. Right. But yeah,
because then remember Kaito Ono, he was supposed to fight, whatever his name in, one, but his opponent missed weight and he said, okay, I'm not taking the fight no matter what. And then, Chatri and, I think the opponent like trashed him on,
he like pissed off everybody with his comments. Yeah.
Which was within his rights. I think Stephen Thompson as well did that with Michiko Pereira.
Yeah. No, I guess now that I think about it, given that, pretty much nothing happens here other than like a purse deduction perhaps, or maybe
Like if it was like if you miss 3 times and then you get cut no matter what, okay, yeah. But you can see like people like Rumble Johnson, who made a career out of missing weight at 170, John Lineker as well at 125 and 135 as well. So it's just I don't see enough punishment done other than a point than the purse deduction. Which listen, if you have enough money, that ain't going to matter to you. You know, giving up 20% or 30%, whatever it is. Yeah,
you're racking up wins. And here, like best case scenario, you avoid a loss, right? If you miss weight. Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea.
Tisan says the reason why Benjamin is called Benjamin because he has he has an overseas Japanese friend, and he said he looks like his foreign friend Benjamin, so that's why I picked up the nickname Benjamin. Okay. Remember the Shuto fighter who missed weight? Yes, I remember that, CJ. And then Andreas, who was there at the show, said I actually enjoyed the show despite the card looking weak on paper.
Well, I want to know what the pop was like for Hinotori's Mario entrance.
Yeah, it was Andre. What was the pop like for Hinotori's entrance? If you could tell us that. So yeah, we're going to go from the top down. If I can find my thing here. Okay. So unfortunately, my boy Jin did not win. Unfortunately, Danny Sabatello knocked him out 3rd round. I just saw the movie Obsession. It's been in my entire mind. And when the finish happened, I made did you see Obsession, by the way?
I haven't. No, everybody has but me.
Okay.
Seen the memes.
Oh, okay. You've seen the memes. You've seen the sad girl meme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my reaction when Jin lost.
Yeah, that was tough. Dude, K1 Sabatello.
K1. Oh my god. There's no such thing as K1 Sabatello at all. First of all, calling someone K1 is an insult at this point. It's like if somebody said I'm like a K1 fighter, I'd be like, what did I do to you, bro? Like, so that's first off. Second of all, Sakakibara said he was happy with Sabatello's performance, but it's got to be continuous. You can't just have one good performance and be like, oh, all's well in the world. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but that's what he basically said. So, I mean, does one great performance negate almost an entire career of kind of just boring fights? I'm not there yet.
Yeah, no, and it didn't Sakakibara specifically say like you need at least like 2 or 3 more or something? Like I feel like you said a number. Yeah, that's
yeah, and that's what I agree with that. I like just here's the thing. And we'll talk. This will be a continuous thing with the welterweight fight, and I think one or two of the other fights. Just because you remember Derek Lewis and Nagano, right?
Yeah.
If one of them had knocked out the other at 4 minutes and 59 seconds in the 5th round, that doesn't discount 5 rounds, almost 5 rounds of just boredom.
Slop, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't suddenly make like, oh, the fight's good now because it was a knockout. It just means that it means one less second of torture. So, yeah, as far as I'm not there with Sabatello yet as being K1 Sabatello. If you want, at least call him Glory Sabatello. At least Glory gets audience and audience. Maybe a small audience, but they still get a bigger audience than K1 from what I see. I didn't see the K1 Don Taco show. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I even did a like on my news roundup. I talked about it.
Yeah, you talked about yeah. But that card was all they screwed up. That card was like got PFL level of like it was like so and so was supposed to fight so and so, but then this happened and that happened.
Yeah. This like the main event got shuffled too, and then they like right after it ended, their main event, Tion DeVries was like, "I'm going to switch to MMA after all 2 more fights." So
I love it. I love when the people who are like kickboxing fans are like, "Oh, kickboxing is doing great," and then one of the biggest light heavyweight foreigners just said, "Oh, I'm going to MMA now." So it's not you're not help. It's you guys are not helping your case. You guys are not helping your case with kickboxing in general being great. But we will be talking about kickboxing later, as that is related to the giveaway later. So
I like kickboxing. I don't get why no one likes it except me and a few.
The problem is that okay, not you, but certain people think that kickboxing now is better than it's ever been.
No, that's crazy.
They are so I might get hate for this. They're so fucking wrong. It's like they're dead. Like it's when people say like movies now are better than ever before, and it's like no, they're not. I can scientifically make it show it as a fact that movies now suck compared to like 15 years ago.
Sure.
And like kickboxing as well. Like kickboxing is horrid. I shouldn't say horrid. It is levels on the below. You can't compare guys like JLB, Andy Hug, Crow Cop, Mark Hunt. If you want to even go that, like, to guys maybe more technical now, but to say that it's like popular is fucking wrong, and it's like it's disingenuous and lying. Sorry, Andrew, go ahead.
Yeah, no, all their stars are leaving too. Like they're just kind of following where the money is, like Tension, right? Alex, Adesanya, all those guys. Yeah.
If it's so successful, why are all these kickboxers going to MMA? Why is K1 drawing 2,000 people at Yogi 1? Why is that? Why is that? Rise is not doing as well either as it was post Tension. Shiro is not packing the rafters of Osaka. What is it? Joe Hall. Mona Kimura.
Did someone say Mona?
So CJ knows I despise like the whole conversation around here. So like,
dude, she's the real life Chung Li.
Oh God. Also, by the way, as well, now that we're getting people in, please like and comment as well. Helps the algorithm. So Sabatello wins, retains. I'm not so sure who doing next. It seems to be Inoue, I think.
He called out Inoue directly, right? He said, "I'm not done with you."
Yeah, but then, like, I don't know. I'm kind of over rematch. I feel like there's been way too many rematches this year for so many of the matches.
Damian Brown and me were thinking, what about Tilenov?
I mean, I'm not opposed to that, but he should at least get one more fight.
Yeah, he's a little green for sure, but he looked great. But we'll get to that.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say maybe the winner of Pachi versus Sato. If you wanted to do that, I think, because you could make the argument that that he beat Sabatello, and then Pachi, interesting. Want to do like a Bellator? Was it a Bellator throwback? I guess.
Yeah, but I feel like if Danny beats him, everybody will be like, everybody thinks Pachi's completely washed. So I don't know.
Yeah. 120 bit says Temerov or Ando. Ando is a little bit occupied with some. I don't know what he's occupied with, but he's kind of occupied with that stuff. But Temerov, he's facing Goto next. So, I mean, if he beats Goto, I think that's also doable as a fight. Anime King says the issue in kickboxing is the lack of pros that can actually promote kickboxing. Adesanya, Poatan, Tension, Doumbé, all left because there's no money yet. Yeah,
Doumbé. I forgot about him. Yeah.
Where do you go? Like, when you're done with Glory, like, where do you go? Like, where would you go next?
Oh, Rico Verhoeven too.
Oh, Rico. Oh, yeah. Rico got the bag with that Usyk fight.
Yeah, that robbery stoppage. That was bullshit.
So continue telling me kickboxing is doing great. Continue, because you make yourselves look like fools when I hear that. So CJ says Genki Sudo's clearly all there. Sorry, go ahead, Andreas.
No, I was going to talk about this fight real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Remember how during the preview I said I'm really like not impressed with Kashimura's takedowns. I mean, on the ground he's awesome, but like when he shoots, it's so telegraphed and easy to see coming.
Yeah.
I was watching Rising Confessions, and Jinnosuke said, "I hope Danny takes me down, because then I'll just sweep him and end up on top." And then as that was like going through my head as I was watching the fight, and when he would do like what I would call like no setup shots and stuff, I came to the conclusion that he doesn't care whether how it ends up as long as there's a connection. Yeah. So like I think he purposefully was just like going for whatever, but Danny was just a little too savvy, kind of getting on top and kind of getting away. But I thought that was a really interesting approach from him. Just like you might end up on top in this exchange, but I'll just get on top after.
So I think also what was interesting as well was, okay, Sabatello, he was kind of funny. Like, do you remember Nick Diaz? Like, Strike for era Diaz, and like I was rewatching him versus Paul Daly. He was kind of throwing like that, just the wide things. But I didn't think like, oh, there's gonna be any power to him, because that was what Nick Diaz had different, was the power just behind it, and just the overwhelming volume. So I didn't see any improvement in Danny striking. He just so happened to be the better striker of the two, which I think is a fair assessment. Though I think Jinnosuke got some good shots in the second round. I could have made an argument that he maybe, if it's round by round, he won the second round. I would say so. I mean, but listen, a guy who could have been anybody else, and Kashimura could have submitted them, like in the reverse triangle that he had, the heel hook as well. So you listen, Kashimura is part of just that school of MMA where like he just learned one thing at the beginning, and that's kind of what his brain is wired for.
Yeah, and Sabatello definitely resorted to not his A game, which is like staying on top of you, because he knew it was dangerous, right? So he kept getting up and then outstruck somebody that doesn't strike often. So yeah.
Listen, you can't deny Sabatello fights smart. He fights smart. Does he fight exciting all the time? No, but he fights smart. And I'm not gonna fault a fighter who fights smart for that. Super Anime King says Glory is the biggest disappointment. Should be at least as popular as Octagon. Should be pulling multiple 10K gates per year across Netherlands, France, but the heads are incompetent. Well, listen, anytime there's a riot in Glory, that's when I tune in. That's when I tune into Glory. So yeah, we talked about Sabatello, Kashimura. Kashimura. I was thinking, let's possibly hit the loser of Sato Pachi. I think could be an interesting fight.
Yeah, for sure.
I think also Ota as well can be an interesting fight. They were supposed to. Did you see that they were talking trash to each other a few weeks ago on Twitter?
No, I didn't see that. No. What did they say?
After Kashimura got the title shot, Ota started talking trash to him, like making references to his arrest record for weed and all that stuff.
Oh, big deal.
Yeah. So that's what that was. That's what I think that could be a solid matchup, because it's also, Ota has to learn. He's gonna have to learn that his wrestling is not gonna always be there for him, and I think that's the type of fight that will definitely put him in like an uncomfortable waters. Because if he tries to wrestle with a guy like Kashimura, he's gonna get submitted probably. I think. Yeah,
because he welcomes it. He welcomes that exchange.
Yeah, and it only gets you so far against certain fighters. That wrestling. But congratulations to the Sabatello. Actually, here's the other thing as well. And if it wasn't this week, I would love to see Kashimura on like a quintet show as well.
Did you watch Quintet 6?
I started watching yesterday, and I got to the first 5-on-5 fight. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I actually finished it like right before we got on.
Son of a bitch. Oh, damn, I didn't finish. I'm up to the last to the beginning of the Team Inspire versus Team Ninja. Is it good?
Yeah. So you don't know what happened?
No, I don't know anything yet.
I won't spoil anything. But
okay.
No, I liked it. Yeah. So
I just wish I had known about that. It was going to be it was going to be available internationally 2 weeks before, because I would have invited some of the team guys, some of the members who I know speak English on the show. Could have helped promote the show, because I'm sure a bunch of people didn't know it was on Streamlink or whatever.
Yeah, and the year before it was on Triller.
Yeah, it was on Fight, and then remember that was it was on YouTube K1 channel.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then it was on Fight Pass. It's getting passed around like a fucking whore. Like, it's like, what is it? Remember Bellator was on. Remember Bellator was on. It was on Spike. Then Paramount, then CBS Sports, the Zone. Then it was going like all over the place.
Yeah. Just those media rights. Did you ever watch like Dragon Ball growing up?
No, I was never a Dragon Ball guy.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I was gonna say it reminded me of like the old school tournaments from not Dragon Ball Z but Dragon Ball. Like
okay. I don't. I thought Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are not the same thing.
It's like a second show when he's much older. Dragon Ball Z. And Dragon Ball is when he's a kid. Yeah.
Okay. Is there like a 10,000 episodes like One Piece? Is it like that thing where
no, actually, for Dragon Ball, I think it's like way less, maybe like 100.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's more manageable, but
moving on, semifinal.
Mhm.
Dautbek beat Kyohei Hagiwara.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Listen, I have just dare I say Hagiwara is the most frustrating fighter in all of Rizin. He's got to be at this point because he's a guy who I like. I think he's beyond. You know, he's now at Tri Tokyo under Ryo Chonin. I think it's too late for somebody like him to kind of be MMA'd. I don't know how else to describe it. I just don't think that I think fight IQ is not something that you can just really kind of teach this late in the game for him. And yeah.
I mean, for him, we talked about grappling being a huge liability.
Oh, yeah. Standing is a liability now as well, apparently.
Exactly.
So,
I was going to say, I don't think we saw that coming. Yeah, that was crazy.
I wasn't, but he had a good game plan. The leg kicks, I thought like, oh, okay, he's going to leg kick him, make him slower. There was a game plan there, but you know, like you said in your show, he was circling to his strong side, which, listen, I don't think that could be a bad thing. That could always just be a strategy thing. But then, man, the guy has the left hand of death. He's knocked out 2 or 3 other opponents with that exact combination, with that exact strike.
Yeah.
In Rizin.
I was going to say before it actually ended, I thought Hagiwara was more active and actually dictating the exchanges prior to getting caught. Obviously that, he went down, but if that hadn't happened, I would have scored it for Hagiwara, I think. But
no, like on damage alone, apparently I heard that Dautbek's legs were apparently like swollen, red, whatever in the back.
Yeah.
So there was a game plan there, so it worked. There was something there, but man, it's just like, oh man, I'm trying to think of like who's like a UFC equivalent fighter who's like the fight IQ is just the fighting is there, but not the IQ. Maybe like late stage BJ Penn when he started doing like that weird boxing shit.
I was gonna say Yuri.
Oh, Jerry! Actually, that might be the best example. Actually, now I think about it,
just makes dumb choices. Yeah. But this was the Ren sweepstakes, right? Whoever won this got to.
Yes, yeah. This was a Ren sweepstakes. So they already announced Dautbek versus Ren.
Yeah.
So, are you a Ren fan?
No.
Be careful what you say, because if you say the wrong answer, you're gonna get people who are gonna eat your face off.
I'm not a Ren hater. I'm just not like a big, stan for him. I mean, I think he's entertaining. His kickboxing. Hey, there's another kickboxer that left kickboxing.
Yeah.
I'm just not that impressed with his MMA acumen.
You're not impressed with a guy who's 4-3, who talks more about fighting rather than actual fighting, and who says he's going to go to UFC, become UFC champion.
I remember him watching Shadow Live and like saying to the camera that he's the only one that could beat him or something, and I was like, "There's no way." Yeah.
Or instead of taking an actual match, he takes a fake boxing match against a guy who weighs 20 pounds less than him.
Yep. Yeah.
And also has a layoff for over a year, claiming injury, but then is at a Travis Scott concert in Egypt like a month later. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's just a character, man. And they build a lot of interest, but via like just character development, star building, right? So it's just what it is.
Andre says this time the crowd wasn't cheering as much for Hagiwara during the entrance, and Super Anime Kid got the perfect example. Tony Ferguson, later stage Tony Ferguson.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Yeah. So, man, someone said that Hagiwara's got to go to breaking down. Like that, there's no other like to build himself back up. Anybody who any fighter who has above average striking, defense, and grappling will probably beat him at this point.
Yeah.
So he needs like a breaking down. I mean, I guess they could put him against. I think it was Aniki who said probably the only fighter he can beat right now is the guy who's facing making kickboxer making his debut as well, Issei Hosokawa. I forgot which he's coming up. He's going to be fighting on one of the upcoming Rizin shows, and he just fought on Breaking Down as well.
Gosh.
Let me just double check which he's going to be on the 54 show. So
that August, yeah.
Yeah, that's the August show. So, hey, listen, running out of people, man. You're fucking running out of people. Superman Mickey says at this point, Hagiwara could be a Japanese jobber on a Black Combat show. Listen, he could be a jobber on a Road FC show at this point.
Oh no, just so he could get dunked on, because they love doing that, right? Just like bring the Korean that's beatable.
Oh, so actually, and you also had someone's Superman Mickey has a great question. How long before it actually affects his drawing capabilities? Because he is a legitimate draw. I don't know if you saw when he was booked for the Fukuoka show. Fukuoka tickets, like apparently like 20 to 30% of the tickets got sold after they announced the name.
Is it because he has like a big social media following or like a YouTube channel like a Mikuru? Is that why?
Oh, he doesn't have a YouTube, but he's just a very popular fighter from the Osaka Kansai region.
Huh.
I know that sounds so weird to say that, because really, I don't want to say that like that's a thing here in America, but he legitimately has like, what's it called? Not groupies. What do you call it? Followers that will travel to see him fight, even if they're on the other side of Japan.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I wonder if that's like a cultural thing. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't. But as far as the drawing capabilities, well, we won't know until the next show. If they announce him and then suddenly no one's buying tickets, then it's like, okay, yeah, something's up.
But does Japan have like an equivalent of like a Misfits type? Is it Breaking Down?
Breaking Down will probably be the closest, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he'd just pivot to that if he loses, again, probably.
It's the best. It's the only. There's really nothing else that like, because if you put him on and he loses again, then maybe his drawing power gets all screwed up. CJ is right. Hagiwara exploded during COVID as well, so they weren't getting the best talent in Japan. So he was beating these guys that like were kind of awful, worse than him. What do you think of the stoppage? Do you think the stoppage was appropriate?
Oh yeah. No, this wasn't like a what the hell. No, he got clocked.
He complained about the stoppage, but he always complains whenever he gets stopped.
Yeah.
Hagiwara. What do you think about Ren versus Dautbek? Like, I'm hoping Dautbek wins.
Yeah, I think he'll beat him. And Dautbek can take him down too. I feel like Ren wouldn't even know what to do at that point. But
I'm over the Ren thing. Ren had his opportunity. I feel like he's squandered. I think he killed any sort of momentum or hype that he had after the Mikuru win. He should have been booked immediately for something big, for a big fight, and then he chose to take how many years off to just whatever.
Who's a bigger draw, Hagiwara or Ren?
Hagiwara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 100%. At this point.
Okay.
The best comparison I've heard is that Ren doesn't sell tickets, but he sells pay-per-views and like social media stuff. But I don't know. He didn't. He posted a new tattoo that he just got recently. It was he got a tattoo of Conor McGregor on his leg.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
And it only had like 5 comments on it, and it was after only like an hour of being posted. Damn. So he might be the Ren train might be already derailed.
Dude, that's like one of my posts.
That's one of my posts.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Fun. Superman King says that Satoshi's a bigger draw in terms of tennis. Yeah, listen, he'll bring out all the half foods in Nagoya and Hamamatsu area. They'll come see him. And yeah, I'm picking Dautbek at this point.
Same.
That's the co-main. We're moving on to the Tilenov to some people, destroying Ota. Ota said he got hit in the balls 3 times in this fight.
Did you see that though? Like
No,
the
it happened
replay?
once. Well, it happened once.
And it was like a graze. Yeah.
But he said it happened 2 more times.
Huh. Just what he was, clinching and pushing against the fence a lot. Maybe.
Yeah. Listen, I'm glad I watched footage of Tilenov because I was like, okay, he's gonna run through Ota, and
yeah,
it's exactly what happened. Like,
yeah, and he was able to reverse his Greco wrestling too. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, this when you're a one-note fighter and you kind of get in at the game late, this is the problem. Is that Ota's kind of just your wrestling will only take you so far against some guys, but then when you face a guy like a Tilenov, a guy of that level, it ain't gonna work. It just simply will not. I should say the likelihood of it working is very, very tiny.
Yeah, and dude, that knee was pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, the jumping knee, yeah.
And I think it was Damian Brown that was saying like, "Hey, we just saw Tilenov against like a pretty elite wrestler, and kind of basically shut it down. What would it look like against Sabatello, right? Because he's
I'm not opposed to Sabatello. Let's say this Sato versus Patchy mix. It's a brutal 3-round war, and they're all cut up and they're just bleeding. Presuming that they would do it for New Year's. I know Sabatello said he wants to fight in September. That's probably not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're going to try to do all the titles on New Year's because they did that last year. So I think they'll try again this year.
Stack it up.
Yeah. So I don't, if I'm not opposed to it, but it's still like one fight. I know that there's really not a ranking system on Rizin, so there's really not like steadfast rule. So I'd be a very intriguing fight. It'd be a very, very intriguing fight, and I would love to see it. But I don't know. You gotta have a little bit of standards. I think if you just give one shot off a win like that, I don't know. What do you think?
No, I'm with you. In my video I said he's a little green still, but I definitely a contender. I mean, he just kind of ran through him.
Yeah. If you weren't going to book him against Sabatello, who would you book? Would you book Tilenov? Who would you book? I would maybe book him against Inoue next.
That would be nice because you'd avoid the rematch with Danny, and then you'd be forced to make a new matchup. So that makes a lot of sense.
I think that would make sense because then later in the year you'll have two fighters to pick from between like that class of fighters.
Mm-hmm.
So I would look forward to. Ota, I think I said Jin, put him up against Jin next. I think that I think you gotta force Ota to get into matches where he cannot rely on his wrestling. I think that's what the end goal, if you want to be successful in MMA, is. That's what. I think.
Yeah. No, that'd actually be super interesting. I wonder if Jin would catch him with some sort of leg lock or something.
Oh, it's still possible. Yeah, it's still possible. But if he's not going to grapple with a guy who's known for darces and guillotines, hey, listen, now you gotta be careful of leg locks. It's about evolving. That's what MMA is about.
That'd be sick.
Evolving. Next on, we have the battle of the under 500s. Erson Yamamoto defeating Hiroya.
Yep.
Interesting match. Very, very interesting match. What do you think of this match, Andreas?
And when I talked about it going into this, I said if it goes to decision, Hiroya will lose 100%. And that's pretty much what happened. I mean, I feel like Erson is just way more aggressive, way more in control. And even though he wasn't able to finish, he just like sat on top and just rained down punches. That's what I remember. Yeah.
Andre Reynolds, if you're in the chat, I'm guessing that Hiroya got the biggest pop. At least that's what appeared on my when I was watching it. If you can confirm or deny, please let us know. But yeah, so listen, I actually think that maybe if you wanted, if this were, round by round, unified judging, whatever, full unified judging, I think you could almost make you could argue Hiroya could have won. Maybe.
I gave him round 3 easy.
Okay, based on the control, from the back control.
Yeah.
I definitely think also Hiroya won on the striking exchange. Most of the striking exchanges, at least, it appeared damage wise. Erson seemed to be bleeding, I think, from some portion of his face. But in terms of just pure rounds, overall fight control, it was all Erson, man. It was all Erson.
Hiroya gave him top control when he jumped a guillotine.
Oh yeah, I jumped the who was it? I'm trying to remember. Someone said that it was in tight, but I think no. Brown said it wasn't in tight. No, yeah, Brown said it was not in tight because Erson's head was in a position where you can't really be couldn't be guillotined in.
Yeah, you could see his ear.
Yeah, that was. Oh yeah, that's what you said on your show. Yeah, that you said. I think you said on your show, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was clearly not in, and yeah, it basically just gave him
what he
wanted. Up on a silver platter for that.
He's like, here, let me put you in my guard so you can rain down punches on.
I don't know. As somebody who's a grappler, I find guillotines in general to be the hardest. Like, guillotines are the most. There are people who can just do them, and then there's other people and then there's others who we can't do them. Like Marcelo Garcia can latch on a guillotine and you'll immediately tap, but then Gordon Ryan, you think like Gordon Ryan the best. Like he's not a guillotine guy. I think he only has like one major submission by guillotine on his record. But just guillotines are the highest risk submission. I think they're more high risk than leg locks. I think.
Yeah, I would say most times people just gas their arms out and then they're on bottom.
Yeah. Here's the thing I've always learned about guillotines: you don't know the guillotine works unless the person taps out or passes out. That's the thing.
That's true. Standing guillotine is a different story though. Like those
standing guillotine or the I don't know what do you call the arming guillotine? Maybe what's that one that
I see high-wristed guillotine.
Yeah, high-wristed guillotine or this one. I've been seeing this a lot lately in MMA matches attempts as well, where they just and they kind of just do the fuck you arms and they kind of just turn them over. It's like more like a neck crank, I think.
Okay, that reminds me of like when people set up darces, like they just kind of bring you down. But yeah,
Andre says Hiroya got a big pop, especially when it went in a strike.
Nice. I made a dumb joke in my video about jumping the gilly.
Yeah,
I was like he pulled the Dustin.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
I don't think anything else is said after that. I think he just said it's going to be bad. That's all.
It's going to be. Yeah, he's leaned into it's going to be good now.
Oh, it's going to be good now. Okay.
Yeah, like he's posting it's going to be good on social media.
I'll tell you this: I know Dustin lost some sponsors.
Yeah.
He should just make shirts of the it's going to be bad, and he will make all that money back that he lost from like Budweiser and all that stuff.
For sure. Yeah. Well, and also he's like completely sober now, so Budweiser's not a good sponsor to have.
That's true. So for Erson, seems like they're still rotating the fighters. I know. Erson Zulu, Erson Soya, Erson Ogikubo. I know Jay Wolf would love that match. Do you have any ideas here's another problem with Erson as well. Erson has activity is so all over the place. He has let me see what he's disappeared for like 2 or 3 years on some occasions. Let me see. So yeah, he fought this year. He fought twice. 3 times last year. Once in 2024, twice in 2023. Nothing in 21 or 2022. So
it's always injury, right? We think
he's a partier. I've heard he's a partier.
Yeah.
He comes from a very well established family. Olympics, MMA. I think he likes he'd rather be in Guam, on the beach.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing. Dude, I don't know. I don't even know who's next for Shinryu at this point. But
is it Laramie? Laramie's.
Oh no, yeah, duh. Yes, it is Laramie. Yes.
Presumably the angle's okay.
That's right. Yeah, I'm just trying to think for 125. Just
CJ says almost like his uncle has hundreds of millions. Okay. Oh yes. I forgot his uncle's Yu Darvish, the baseball player.
Oh, I did not know.
You know who that is, right?
No.
Oh, before there was Oh, who's a famous baseball player now? Before there was
shit, the Dodgers. I'm forgetting his name.
green matcha guy. Oh my god.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, before there was Ohtani, before there was Godzilla, there was Yu Darvish. Put it that way.
Okay.
So Laramie's next. So I think just rotating. Though I did have one other opponent. We'll get to him later.
Okay.
Who I think could be a good match for Erson.
What about Yuki?
Oh no, he beat Ito twice.
Okay. And
he'll beat Ito 10 out of 10 times, unfortunately.
No, sorry. Motoya.
Oh, Motoya. Oh, interesting. Oh, I forgot. Isn't Motoya fighting coming up? I thought he was fighting coming up. That's why I didn't pick him.
Oh, okay. And in 54?
I swear to God,
maybe.
No, he's not fighting. Oh, maybe. Okay, then him. Okay. No, that's actually. He was like, Motoya probably subs him, though.
Yeah. That'd be a cool fight, though.
Yeah. What about Hiroya, our good friend Hiroya, who's going to be forever popular despite his record and being part of the microeconomic circle. So, what do you think about him? Soya.
Dude,
Ogi
Kubo. Give him Ogi Kubo, yeah.
Give him Ogi Kubo? Okay. You want to punish him? You want to just punish the poor kid?
No, I don't know, man. It's hard because like this was great matchmaking. These guys had like very similar stories, styles. So yeah, I don't know. I have to ponder that one.
Oh yeah. Anyway, moving on. Oh well, this one didn't last long, but it was great to watch. Johnny Case made quick work of Tenya. Uppercut, and then just smash.
Tenya looked huge, man.
He looked smaller than last time, but he still looks huge for a lightweight.
Compared to Johnny, yeah.
Man, I know but like you can't do 170 for obvious reasons. I don't think Rizin's interested in doing 165. This is the only weight class that he can really fight at, unfortunately.
Hey, we had a 170 in this card.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah. But dude, that was it like an uppercut, like a shovel? Like it was like it was incredible. Yeah.
A Case said that apparently I think Tenya kept saying that like all he has is like a left hook or something. So he was like feinting that and then came with the uppercut, like as you can see there, and then he broke his face like during the TKO. Like that's unusual. You rarely ever see that with the actual TKO, I think.
Yeah. No, and I remember like not realizing how gruesome it was until they showed his face. It was just all fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. But Johnny Case is officially back on the winning column. Officially. And both fighters didn't make weight, which is great. I was seeing people fantasy book Case versus Horie for Nagasaki.
Okay.
Which is they just announced the Nagasaki show. That's where Horie is from. He's from that area. And I'm like, you know what? That's perfect matchmaking because the winner of that could face Gustavo next.
And that's October, right?
Yeah. That's enough time.
Took no damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Unless that fight's already booked. I don't know. You think would they fast track Case for a title shot again? Here's the thing. They tried to do Gustavo versus him, it feels like a bunch of times, and it fell through for whatever reason. So I wonder if they would rather wait this match out and then just book it for New Year's.
What about Nomura versus Satoshi? Do you think they would get a title shot?
I feel like they should. Well, I don't want Satoshi. Would they do that? They might. I forgot about that.
They both have wins over Gustavo.
Yeah, I know. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
I would almost say no because those fights already happened. I still can remember them. I feel like you have to I'm against, even with a rematch, like even when we got Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman, like 7, 8, 9 years had passed for when those two rematch again. Same thing with if they ever do fight. Well, I guess I don't know if they're gonna fight now, but Islam versus Armin, when they could have possibly matched up at 55. I don't like the idea of a quick. I feel like you have to, unless there was some bullshit that happened with the initial fight, you gotta let like a fight 4 or 5 years pass, not like 2 or 3. And I know that it's a little bit harder because they're not running as many shows as UFC, but I don't know. I love even seeing somebody new fight for the title with the Kashimura Sabatello fight was great. I would rather have that. I'd rather have that than, we're getting Gustavo versus Satoshi again. I know the first fight was, one quick knockout, but like it still was a knockout. And then Nomura, Gustavo had the thing with the cut that ended. I'd rather just put in a fight that's never happened. I think that's more intriguing. I think as a fan.
Yeah, I also think it'll depend on how things play out, right? If we haven't seen Satoshi since Nazimov, right? If he has like some spectacular win, and maybe, but Johnny's coming off of a knockout win, round 1. If he fights again in October and gets another sick finish, then yeah, I think he'd probably be.
I'd be more inclined to go up case in that and with that as well, despite whatever happens with Satoshi or Nomura. Fair. The other thing also is that Nomura is coming back from like an injury, like a really serious injury. I don't want to say this, but like it could happen again.
Yeah.
ACL, MCL, LCL, whatever. I think he tore the trifecta. I think.
Oh God, poor knee.
We'll get into another injury that same exact injury happening later, and you won't believe who it happened to. By the way.
Okay. Fair.
AJ Reynolds says that Tenya should go back to Pancrase or go to deep. He has a lot to improve. What do you think about that? Is it get ready to learn Pancrase, buddy?
What is he, 4-3 or something?
I'll get that up for you. He is 4-3. Yeah, 4-3. He lost in to Nurkan earlier this year. The fight that he missed weight on. He's 5-4. Excuse me, 5-4.
Oh, geez. Does Pancrase have a 170 division?
They have it. I mean,
okay.
Is it better than Rizin's? I guess because they just find people. Sure. Yeah.
I guess, I mean, it depends on, whether you value just getting more reps and more experience. And maybe he could try and come back if he's able to accumulate a few wins, but.
Yeah. I think he's definitely somebody who could benefit from at least 2 or 3 more fights before coming back to Rizin, I think.
Yeah. Agreed.
We talked about Oshima, we talked about Lee. Oh, this one we gotta talk about. Shoji, Genji Umeno. I guess you gotta give Shoji credit. He turned back time. And I was wrong. I was like, oh, this is no way he's gonna grapple. And guess what? He did that for 3 rounds.
Both were wrong on this one.
Yeah.
And he was so close to his first submission win.
Yeah.
Head and arm at the end?
Yeah, head and arm, yeah. So I mean, can't fault the guy for, this is the path to, victory. This was the way you're going to beat a guy who just turned from kickboxing to MMA. So, and it seemed like Andre, was the crowd really behind Shoji? Because it really seemed like he had the second biggest crowd reaction or following, at least, from the show. Andre Reynolds says Case should get one more fight or the winner of Satoshi Nomura, then get a title shot. I don't know if there'll be enough time in between the Satoshi Nomura fight, though. That's the thing. Because if Satoshi Nomura happens at 54, right?
What?
Case happens at...
No, it's Satoshi Nomura is happening at Rizin, Super Rizin.
Oh, yeah, Super Rizin. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think there'd be not enough time. I think you kind of just have to pick one from... one of those two, one of the 2 winners, I think.
Did you think Umeno looked really gassed? Just dealing with the grappling, like especially by round 2, 3.
I think so, but he was still throwing hard. I think he managed to hurt Shoji at one point, so there was still something there. But Listen, grappling is twofold. There's, you have guys like Kashimura who like hunt for a submission.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have other people who are just content and hold you down. And that's sometimes maybe even worse than being submitted. There's nothing. What's the old Justin Gaethje quote?
If one man can hold you down. Yeah.
Yes. So, but being held down for almost 3 rounds it can be very exhausting. And you're getting punched as well a little bit. You're trying to defend, so you're exhausting yourself. So yeah, he looked exhausted. He did look. Yeah.
I was surprised he survived that combo submission, that scissor choke with the legs.
Oh, the scissor choke, yeah.
Slash Kimura at the same time.
That's actually hard to do, though. That's
to finish.
Yeah, if you don't know, like, if Shoji didn't know, like, there's because normally you wouldn't go for the. I don't know if he was. I think he was putting more pressure on the scissor choke rather than he should have gone for the arm. I think you could have finished the Kimura that way.
Because that kind of choke is more like a trachea crush, right? It's not really a blood choke.
Yeah, and you have to like your knees. You have to get your leg in the right position, like on the throat. You have to extend your legs.
Mm-hmm.
But it is very easily escapable, especially if it's not incorrectly. So that's why people they'll maybe you can maybe switch to the crucifix or what he was holding going for the arm lock in this case, which I thought that's what he was going for, but it looked like he was going more for the scissor choke.
Yeah,
he like. I mean, Shoji said that he was thinking about retiring if he lost his fight, but I guess he's still in this game.
Dude, it's his first win since 2021 or something. That's crazy.
Is it? Can't be. I feel like it's longer. Maybe I think you're. I think you're right.
They said it was like 5,000 days or some crazy stuff.
They were giving the exact dates. Yeah. Oh man. What is it? It was 2021, September 19th was his last win.
Jeez, dude, that's insane.
What do you think you think we're getting an unk run? Are we getting an unk run from Soji-san? Soji player?
No, I don't know.
I feel like 9 out of 10 of the bantamweights, if he sticks at bantamweight, beat this. Was that bantamweight? Yeah, 64. Yeah, 64. So that's catchweight. Is that catchweight?
Oh, you know what? I think it was catchweight.
Okay.
It was 140.
Umeno had the fight just recently, I think.
Yeah, it was 140 pounds. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Soji's only fought he's mostly fought at featherweight in Rizin. Oh, he did the catfish fight was at bantamweight, and so was the Ji Yong Yang fight. Oh no, that was at featherweight. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh wait, did I'm about to say Kyohei Hagiwara could probably beat him, but they already fought.
Who won?
I don't know. What would you do with Soji?
Wait, who won between him and Hagiwara?
Oh, Hagiwara beat him.
Okay, rematch, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if you give him any average level bantamweight though, I think he gets smoked. Right?
Yeah, I mean, dude, if Patchy Mix loses.
If Patchy fucking Mix loses. I said that the Patchy Mix that we saw who fought Kyoma,
yeah,
I think Hagiwara could have beaten that Patchy Mix that we saw.
He looks slow.
Oh yeah. I mean, let's see. Maybe 135 Patchy it will be different, but if Patchy loses, man, listen, fuck it. Put him with Soji. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Whatever. Yeah. But what about Umeno? This is I think Umeno is the best case of time to learn deep, buddy. You gotta
Yeah. I mean, if you think of Rizin as, the premier MMA organization and you don't have that many fights, yeah, it might be smart to get some more under your belt.
Even if Rizin doesn't want to, you might be better off just kind of doing that on your own.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And maybe maybe you won't get a payday in deep like you do in Rizin, but listen, if you Genji Umeno will probably lose about to 90% of the roster at this point. I think. Unless you put him against another kickboxer. But I don't know how long can you keep doing that?
Dude, he should sign with Glory. I'm just kidding.
Does Glory even have like a 135 division?
No, I have no idea. I
don't know. Listen, if UFC's signing K1 kickboxers, I don't know. You hear about that? Lucy, I think his name is the kickboxer from K1. The heavyweight Chinese guy signed with UFC.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
they're desperate for heavyweights. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Andre says in the crowd, really supporting Soji. You think that Soji's from the Hiroshima prefecture? Also, when Soji's walking back to the entrance, many fans want to take her, get a picture. Oh, get a picture of Kai Azakura, who was in Soji's corner. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. They were so happy for him.
Oh yeah. See, listen, that's the power of the Azakura economic circle.
That's
it
right.
Extends.
Dude, if I were Shoji, I'd go out on that win, dude. I'd ride into the sunset.
That'd be nice, but you know how sometimes these fighters are. Like, they get that one win and they're like, oh, I'm back. And then 10-fight losing streak.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh, man. Next. Okay. So this was an interesting fight. Hiroaki Suzuki got the revenge match win. But he probably lost about 95% of it.
Dude, I know. Like, round 1 was a Miyagawa round for sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And round 2 was actually looking the same way to me. Up until, he got caught by the fence. I think in my recap video, I was talking about how most of the time when somebody pushes against the fence and they kind of just, control you, normally like that's conducive to like burning like 1 or 2 rounds. And then you get separated or something else happens. But like you don't really see a lot of finishes like from striking from there.
Yeah.
But this was the exception. He caught him.
Yeah. You can't always count out Suzuki, despite his age, despite his record, despite lack of really just overall MMA experience. You can't. He's still the same thing happened when he fought the Chinese guy in Sapporo. Not Sapporo, but whenever he fought the Chinese guy. And yeah, he clearly lost the first round, and he was like, "Okay, this guy's gonna start leg kicking." He started leg kicking me. I'm gonna just start checking those leg kicks, and he just started doing that. So he has good fight IQ for the most part, I'll say.
Yeah.
Now Miyagawa, I was like, "Is this guy a featherweight?" And I was like, "No, he had fought a bantamweight before." And I was like, is this guy made for bantamweight? This guy's got to be like made for bantamweight. I know he'd be like tall as fuck for the weight class. I don't know. I feel like a move down in weight is probably better for him. I think. Yeah, that was it. He beat Seiya Inoue, the kickboxer, another kickboxer who also made their Rizin debut. Oh, his last 2 Rizin fights were in at 135. By the way.
Okay.
So he took this fight at 145. So yeah, I think he's just made for 135. I think. Yeah,
that was a really nasty like forearm, right? Was it an elbow or like a?
Yeah, no, it was an elbow. It was
okay.
it was a not Muay Thai elbow, but like I don't know, like kickboxer level, entry level type elbow.
Yeah. I wonder why he moved up. I wonder if it was like a matchmaking thing. They're like, would you take this at 145 type thing? And he's like, yeah.
I think, well, let's see. So they were like, let's get Suzuki wanted a revenge match.
Yep.
You can't put up against a grappler because he got bested by grapplers in the past. So that would obviously not be a good revenge match. So Miyagawa, it was 2-0 in Rizin. Also, Miyagawa's training partner, fellow Tribe Tokyo guy, Hagiwara, also on this card. So you kind of have both of them up. You kind of have the 2 smoker fighters as well, former smoker fighters as well. So yeah, I think that's why. I think that's probably why they went with that. Also, I don't know. Let's see. His last fight was in April. This is July. April, July. Especially because it's last minute, maybe that's why it was 145.
Could be, yeah.
But yeah, I think Miyagawa is made for bantamweight. I want my Suzuki versus Chihiro Suzuki match. Why have you not booked that yet, Shingo? I've been calling for that match for 100 years, and they have not fought each other yet.
Isn't one of them injured?
Yeah, Chihiro's always getting injured at this point.
Yeah.
But I want that fight because then we can get Suzuki versus Suzuki. And I'll say I picked Suzuki to win. And then when Suzuki wins or loses, I'll be like, oh no, I picked that Suzuki.
The other one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, this fight. Oh, this fight was dog shit. I don't know what else to say. I was telling you about like, there's a finish doesn't discount boring 3 rounds. The referee had to give them a warning for action.
That was after round 2, right? Because
that was the final round.
Yeah, they took that round off, both of them.
Yeah. Take a guess. Sasaki got injured. What was his injury? Take a guess.
Well, you hinted at it. Was it a ACL tear?
So you maybe would think like after that knee, his face got broken or over the bone or nose.
Yeah.
No, face is fine. Just a little cut. He did the post-fight press conference, and then apparently he tore his ACL, he tore his MCL, and he tore his LCL in this fight. I have no idea what. I thought he already came in with it because he was wearing the knee brace. I was like, oh, okay, this guy's already injured. No, he tore it and he's having surgery this week to repair them all.
Do you think it was a buggy choke attempt in round 3?
It might have been, man. I mean, listen, I don't think it may have been him just trying to do any sort of rubber guard. He also tried an omoplata, I think, right?
Or a gogoplata.
Gogoplata, excuse me. Yeah, a gogoplata.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I don't look at the guy and be like, oh, that guy has Shinya Aoki level of dexterity.
Right.
This is welterweight after all, So I guess it must because I didn't rewatch the fight because I have a life. I have nowhere else. I can't figure out where else he may have been injured in this fight because it's I guess it's possible, it could have been like a tripping over the cable wire type injury thing, but I don't know where else. Like there was no sort of action in this fight besides that would lead me to believe, okay, I can see the injury being at this point.
I don't remember exactly how Hayashi got out of that buggy choke, but presumably
he stood up. I think he just stood up.
So you think if he's standing up and he's holding on to his own leg, he's just applying a lot of pressure on that knee? I don't know.
I guess it's possible, yeah.
But dude, that finish, man, I thought he broke his nose. It was horrible looking.
Apparently, no.
Was that 2 or 3 unanswered knees, like against the cage?
I think it was about 2 or 3.
And then they like immediately show his daughter.
Oh yeah, they show his daughter during the press conference. They started interviewing his wife, Megumi Fuji.
Yeah.
So I'm listening. I have it on my phone. I'm driving, and you ever listen to press conferences? There's the woman who always asks the questions at the beginning. She's like the RIZIN official.
Okay. Yeah.
I hear a woman's voice, and I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound like the RIZIN official woman. I look down at my phone, and it's Megumi. They're interviewing his wife during his post-fight press conference.
What the hell?
It'd be like if I don't know. During I don't know what comparison, whatever. But yeah, I was just like, wait, they're interviewing her? Why are they interviewing her? But yeah.
This was I like audibly went, oh my god, when those knees landed.
You see, I would have reacted.
Yeah.
But this fight was so hard. I was like not even paying attention when it happened. I honestly was not. Like,
yeah.
And again, I don't care that a finish happened that late when it did. But everything before this fight was so terrible. And I was willing to try to work with this fight, but no, it was not.
Yeah. No, it was really that second round was trash.
Yeah. This is, some people say that they want a welterweight division in RIZIN. And when they say that, I'm like, well, you got your welterweight fights. And this is what you got, man.
Well, you know, you can have Tenya versus Hayashi for the welterweight belt next.
I guess, yeah. Sure. Let's go with that. You know, dare I say I think Tenya wins that? I think.
Yeah, probably.
Dare I say if they put Shadow Live against Hayashi, I think Shadow Live destroys him.
Yeah, like without cutting. Yeah.
Without cutting, sure, yeah.
Yeah, he walks around about like 160 probably.
Yeah, he's at 160. Hayashi, you know, probably what 180. He didn't look like that big of a welterweight.
No. I think both these guys would be 155ers in the UFC. Like if
Sasaki was at 155 at one point. He's had I think he used to be 155. He's just, you know, he's not cutting because he's old now.
Yeah.
But yes, do you want to see another welterweight fight again in Rizin?
I think the only but the only realistic way they could do it is if they bring in like just foreign talent, like other, you know.
Yeah, those foreign talent are gonna smoke. Who's I don't know. What okay. I was at PFL this week and I saw yesterday. I saw Thad Jean versus Nessa Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Thad Jean on the same night would wipe the floor of both these guys. Like zero effort from him. He could come in with an injured leg, and I still think he beats Shinji Sasaki and Rice at the same time.
What remind me Thad's weight class?
170.
Yeah, and he's undefeated, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Shamil Musayev would destroy both these gentlemen.
Yeah.
So if you want to bring in foreign talent, sure, they're gonna mow down all of them. They'll mow. Actually, no. I remember. Didn't Brown say that wasn't Brown kind of hinting he kind of wanted to fight Hayashi?
Wait, really?
I thought he was saying that during the commentary.
The Rockets. I must have missed that.
Yeah, because I think Brown was watching him like he's like, oh, I can easily take this guy, and probably he can.
Dude, Michael Chiavello versus Hayashi.
Michael Chiavello versus Baby Brown.
No, I know. I'm just saying that'd be a interesting matchup. Yeah.
T-San says something interesting. He says that Hiroaki Suzuki's confirmed the show New Year's Eve because he won, and his hometown is Nagoya. Also, Sakaki Bar demanded if you want to show up for New Year's Eve, you have to fight on Breaking Down. Okay, so we'll be definitely getting him for New Year's Eve. But yes, absolute dog shit. Okay, not this one though. Not this one. This one was not dog shit.
Yeah.
Hito Tori. Rizin did it again. Rizin always does this. They always make a big announcement about a card change or the match order. Whenever I do this show, they always do it right after. And right after our show ended, I think that's when they made the announcement that Shinosuke was injured. And
it's like the day. It might have been during the show.
It might have been during the show, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
So I know that Hinatori fought recently, but did you know he fought like it was less than a week after?
Yeah. Which promotion was it?
It was deep, and it was at strawweight as well.
God.
So it was July 5th. Oh, okay, so that's more than a week. Yeah, that's almost 2 weeks. July 5th, he won that fight in 30 seconds. So clear and fresh as day, and then takes this fight at 125 on 4 or 5 days notice.
Yeah.
And I mean, I won't say Lee is bad, but he clearly has the one thing he knows how to do is just kind of throw wild, and that's kind of it. His triangle though was not in. So grappling ace Lee, he is not. ADCC Lee, he is not.
No. And he even tried to switch to an armbar, right?
Yeah, he tried from the belly down armbar, which, you have like maybe a second or 2 seconds to get that in, and like it was clearly like not in. And I was like, oh, he's just gonna get whatever. And then that happened. So
and you could tell that it was like a last ditch effort, right? This was round 3, I believe. And at this point, he's just completely freaking gassed. He's like, okay, I might get this, but if I don't, I'm gonna get blocked. So yeah, he got demolished after that.
Yeah,
because this was a stoppage, right? This was a TKO.
Yeah, TKO. I know Taylor Lang on a different show. He was a little bit he was about iffy at the stoppage, but I think stoppages like this are fine because there is no response coming from the guy. He is not defending properly. He's just kind of just staying there taking punches. And this isn't a case of like, if you remember the Uriah Faber Renan Barao fight where he was blocking them with his shoulder.
Right.
And I think it was Herb Dean who ended the fight. And it's like, he was hitting his shoulder. Come on. So, but like, he was clearly hitting the side of his head, a little bit to the back of the head, and was not doing anything. So, yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't go for a choke, just a rear naked when you have him flattened out like that.
You could lose that position though. You as soon as you like stop, as soon as you stop, you can maybe you could lose position. John Nash says he'd rather have Fuji come back from retirement. I'm guessing rather than a 170 fight, and I can agree with that. T-San says Hideo Tori wanted to use the Super Mario music for his entrance, but one day before it was stopped, possibly because of Nintendo. So, okay, that's interesting.
What was the song? I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. T-San, do you remember the song that Hideo Tori came out to? I mean, all the guys everybody came out dressed as Super Mario, Bowser, Yoshi,
and they stayed in costume the whole time.
Imagine Lee, you're waking up, you're like your days, whatever. You just see Yoshi like step over you. Hideo Tori was T-San says Hideo Tori was a collegiate wrestler from the same school as Shinsuke Nakamura in WWE. He's not a pro fighter, but has a general membership of Brave Gym. Interesting. I mean, listen, you can't fault the guy who took a fight on 5 days notice. You know, even though he got gassed, I would say even if it was good, like I think he clearly was winning the fight like 2-0, and then finished the guy. So, I mean, it's fucking great. It's fucking great that he did all this.
Yeah. Yeah, and Lee really was accepting bottom a lot. I feel like he had some sort of adrenaline dump or something. He got real gassed. I
think also the other problem is that this is a new opponent. He wasn't expecting to grapple.
He was expecting a kickboxer.
Yeah. And I still think that Lee would not have grappled with Shinsuke because he's never really grappled in any of his fights I watched. And then Hideo Tori basically kind of forced him to grapple and so, yeah, but it was a fun fight. It was a really, really fun fight. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, same here.
What about, do you think does he get a ticket back to RIZIN for a future fight for his efforts? I'll say.
That's a tough one because I mean he's not he's 3-2 now, right?
Yes.
And you got to
still young. Let me double check his age. He is I can't do math. He's 23. Okay. 2023.
You have to factor in that they love dunking on Koreans.
Oh, yes.
So they might just bring him in to lose. I don't know.
What about him versus Hiroya? Okay. That could be a winnable fight for Hiroya.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot more experience.
But also I think Hiroya would grapple him to a decision, I think.
Yeah. He'll jump a gilly.
Yeah, maybe might get a successful jump in the gilly.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say before, we made the suggestion about Erson. I think Hideo Tori is worthy of a big name fight now. I think Erson would be that guy.
That actually would be really sick. It would be a good opportunity for Hideo Tori, and yeah, I mean, their styles are actually kind of similar, I guess.
I definitely would. I would favor more Hideo Tori with that.
Yeah.
I think other than I know that he's a college wrestler, but I think Yamamoto might have the more, I guess, aggressive wrestling in this thing. So, but yeah, I think if they don't rotate Erson with the rest of the flyweight peeps, so I think you gotta give him a big match. I want to ask as well. So, would you rerun that Jae Hoon Lee Shinosuke match? You think? Because Shinosuke is going to need to get a win at some point.
Yeah. No, that actually makes a lot of sense too. Because both guys they're not like in contention for anything. They're just still building up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea as well. What was the injury?
The injury?
Yeah. For Shin.
Oh, it was his. it was his hand or his wrist or something. It was
Okay.
because he was actually at the RIZIN show. He was taking pictures of fans, and he had his it wasn't a cast. It was like okay, it's like one of those things where like it's gonna sound bad, but like secretaries always seem to have like that
like carpal tunnel,
something like that. Yeah, like every secretary, every office I go to. Nancy behind the desk has the thing on her hand, and it looked like one of those things. I'm not so sure the extent of his injury, but if it was that, where they had to call it off, I guess it must have been that bad.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like that idea as well. They're both kind of like in this area where like, you're trying to build one up. So
I think that Hinotori's above Deep at this point, if we're going by his record and his wins. Even his one loss was a split decision. So
yeah,
hopefully he has the right management. Hopefully he has the right management that could get him a big fight.
He needs to sign with Ali.
He needs to sign. Oh yes.
I'm just kidding.
Before we get into Q&A, just want to get your thoughts, Andreas. Did you have a favorite fight of the night?
Oh man, let me think about it.
By the way, if anybody has Q&A questions, just go ahead and just spout them off, and we'll answer them whenever.
Okay, well, the moment that stood out to me the most was Oshima's kneebar, and it was quick, short, and sweet. So that just off the top of my head was nice, but also I thought Johnny Case had a great showcase. That was really sweet to watch as well. But those are like just one-sided finishes, right? In terms of a fight, like back and forth. Man. Yeah, look at my notes here.
You could just say Hinotori and Jae Hoon Lee. That was
yeah, no, that was sick.
You could also argue Sabatello Jinnosuke. I think that was a very fun fight. And I saw somebody say Erson versus Hiroya was his favorite fight. Yeah,
and it was action-packed. And I can see that being really entertaining. I guess it would have been perfect if somebody would have finished. I don't know. What about you?
Oh, Hinotori, Jae Hoon Lee.
Okay.
Like wrap that. I'm not gonna count. I think the prelim fights are non-canon. I would say Shivaev and Benjamin, because it was a really great fight. But yeah. I can't tell you to go back and look at it, folks, because it's not available. So I'll have to say Hinotori and Jae Hoon Lee.
Somebody's got to archive it somewhere. Like
no,
a fan.
The only person who might have them is a guy who goes by the name of Frank. But even I don't think he even has. There used to be one guy who would archive everything, and then he just disappeared.
Damn it.
Yeah. No, it sucks, man. It really, really sucks. There's one guy, his name is Daichi Akihira. He's a kickboxer. He said all of his RIZIN fights have been on all the prelims. So, if you look him up, you can't find any fucking fights of his because they've only been prelim fights.
That's insane that they're not on RIZIN TV. They should be on.
Yeah. They don't want us watching them as well for whatever reason. I don't know why.
One of my critiques of Dontaku K1 was that it was way too long. And
really, I thought the shows were supposed to be shorter now.
So did I. And the K1 Revenge card was pretty short. It was like 4 hours. But this one, they had like part 1 and part 2, and each part had 9 fights, and they all went to decision basically. And even with RIZIN, I'm like, I really wish it would have less fights. like why have these 4 at all?
Well, no, the kickboxing fight could have been gone, and nobody would have been like, you know what? This is a kickboxing fight.
Yeah.
I get the prelim stuff. You kind of have to cheat code to sell tickets. And what better way to do that? Local fighters.
Like regionals,
there. I get that at this point. I used to complain and bitch about it, but I get it now, and it's not going away. I can tell you for a fact that the 2 K1 fighters on this show, unless I see numbers, you can't convince me that they sold more than 10 extra tickets between the 2 of them. Nothing indicates to me that it was even I just don't see how it's
Yeah.
I can understand Benjamin or Shivaev or Ayana Harate, Hime selling tickets. is Kojiro Shiba and Hiroto cannot be selling gangbuster tickets compared to even the foreigners on this card. I dare say even Johnny Case probably with his QR code thing sold more tickets. At least he sold more pay-per-views, I'm guessing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And you probably shouldn't have amateur fights.
That I can't figure out. That I would, I couldn't. T-san, if you're still here, did they explain why they had this on? Was this like a Hiroshima thing saying, hey, if you're going to have a fight here in Hiroshima, we got to show off to local kids or something? CJ once went to a K1 show with Babalu, had dinner at a restaurant, came back and watched the main card.
That's crazy.
But that was like back then. It used to be really bad.
Well, I was gonna say, like, it's not even like a pacing thing.
Andres Ramos says that they're all archived on the RIZIN 100 Club subscription service. So but that's only in Japan.
Yeah. Maybe if you had like a VPN or something.
Oh God, no. As soon as you tell me VPN, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. But no, I was gonna say with K1, right? It's definitely not their pacing. Because like sometimes you watch like a boxing card and they'll take an hour between fights, right?
Yeah.
With K1,
yeah.
Huh?
Oh, the MVP had that problem.
Yes. And even like the Verhoeven fight in the pyramids, that took forever too. But K1, they go on to the next one right away. Like there's no downtime. They don't even have a video package in between fights. It's literally a picture of the next guys, and then they start walking out. But the problem is you have like 20 fights.
Yeah.
It's too many.
The problem is that K1 is also now they have to sell tickets. So now it's just like get as many fighters on the card as possible. And then hopefully they pull together. Like it basically would be like a comedy show and it's all local comedians. All those, those they sell the tickets on the street or whatever or some type of thing. Yeah, it's like that. It is like that. Excuse me, sorry. But was the show good? The Satari one, I think you said it on the show, right? And he's the only one I half pay attention to in the K1 cinematic universe.
So for Don Taku, like it was super boring up until like the top 3 fights, which all ended via stoppage. So yeah, Satari just beat up this guy in like 30 seconds. It was a replacement fight. And then I was bummed about the main event because it was Lucas Ochterberg who had won the 90 kg Grand Prix. He was going to go against Tian De Vries, and it ended up being KG who got basically just rocked. And but yeah, I like the top of the card was cool, but yeah, it's just sitting through like 14 decisions sucked.
Yeah. CJ says it best: deep duels, 3 hours in and out is perfect. Also, the other thing about deep fights is they'll drag a fighter out if he's knocked out cold. You'll see them just dragging a poor fighter out of there. Same thing with Pancras as well. So
wow.
He has a question, CJ. Do you put any of these guys on the New Year's Eve show? Let's see. Well, why am I going to the prelims?
Yeah, Benjamin.
I would say, dare I say, Hito Tori's ready for is New Year's Eve level ready?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. No, God, no. All right, well, you got Suzuki already on the card as well. Would you dare give Shoji a New Year's Eve spot based on this?
Where is it taking place?
Nagoya.
Okay.
So economic circle wise. Azukuras are from the Aichi Nagoya area. So you'll probably have fighters who are connected to them on this show as well.
Okay, fair.
Park. God, no. Oshima. Yeah. We'll see what happens with Reina and Kuzi.
Case.
Yeah. The title fight, possibly. Yeah. Hiroya will probably be on the New Year's Eve card, I think, regardless of whatever his next fight or regardless of this result.
Mm-hmm.
Economics, as a current economic circle. Ota, would they put him on? I don't think they'll put Tilenov on, but they might put Ota on. Possibly. Would they put Hagiwara?
I don't know.
I'm going to say they're going to put Hagiwara on New Year's Eve.
Just for name value only?
Yeah.
And that'll be his next fight?
Yeah. Nagoya's not that far from Osaka as well, if I'm correct. So You get the Osaka people in. Sabatello, I think they're going to have him defend on New Year's. Kashimura, probably the Chiba show. I think I'm going to guess he's going to be next on the Chiba show or the show before that.
Why do you think Sabatello will be won't fight in September? Just it's too soon.
I think it's too soon. You gotta wait this for a winner. Unless they do, Tilenov's the only one they could possibly do. But I think they want to see Sato, Patchy mix.
Yeah.
Also Inoue as well. So you have a pick of the litter. I would rather it be Patchy if he wins or Tilenov. I don't see it'd be way too soon. I think. Plus, this was 3 rounds as well, right? So I can't see them doing booking him that quickly. What do you think about the super duper festival announcements? Not a heavyweight in sight to be named.
Yeah, dude, that McKee Shed Alive fight.
John Nash also just says he's notorious from Nagasaki, so he'll fight in October. Okay, so we got that down. Okay, sorry, go ahead, Andreas.
Oh, that PFL Rizin cross promotional announcement. I don't understand how that works. Like in terms of defending.
Dare I say they don't even know?
Yeah, they're gonna figure it out.
So a good amount that is also Unext pressure because PFL just is on Unext in Japan. That's why we saw Yuki Inoue, Naoki Inoue, and the other one, Sazu as well. So there's going to be a lot more Rizin, whatever. I don't know the extent of what this collaboration is. This is one fight, albeit a big fight, but it's only one fight. So we'll have to see if there's going to be are we going to get a PFL versus Rizin show? And it doesn't look like we're getting one at this point, but it'll be whatever. But listen, Shadow Live, McKee, is this not the best fight that you can make outside the UFC for featherweights?
Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of people I've seen online are picking McKee. How do you feel about it? That match?
Oh, it's great. I was at the press conference yesterday. John Martin was asking about Kizriev, and Kizriev is still out. So, and he's still ranked apparently as well. So, go figure. So, but yeah, I think this is the best fight. I mean, listen, Agent McKee only 2 losses, 2 questionable losses possibly. Shadolayev undefeated, all finishes. This is the I don't know. I think Volkanovski versus Evil Level is just announced. I think dare I say I am 20% interested in this fight. I'm 90% interested in this fight.
Yeah.
It's so intriguing of a matchup. This will be the first real test for Shadolayev. And this will be McKee's toughest fight to his in his 27 fights.
He lost to Paul Hughes, right?
Very close fight as well, Paul Hughes, and then he lost to Patricio.
Bibble? Yeah.
So, but you can't get any better than it. You can't get any better than this matchup.
It's just so weird to me that it's for both belts, right? So if Shadolayev wins, he's PFL champion.
Yeah. And apparently there were rumors he's going to PFL. Don't know if that's true. Wearing all the UFC gear. Well, sorry?
With Ali as his manager?
As manager, and he's wearing all the UFC gear. Maybe. So, do you remember when Rukia Onpo fought Manny Pacquiao?
No.
Remember, so it was supposed to be Chihiro Suzuki, but then Chihiro got injured. Okay. And then they had Onpo fight in his place against Manny Pacquiao on that Super Rizin show.
Okay.
So when it got announced, Suzuki got injured, and they were saying that they were looking for an opponent. Onpo put on his Instagram, he put 1 gloves on his Instagram or the 1 belt or a picture of it or something. And then about a few weeks later, they announced that Onpo was the replacement fighter to face Pacquiao.
Huh.
And I wonder, it's possible, is the Ali stuff and the UFC wearing stuff, was that all just a contract power play thing? You know what I'm saying? To get a better deal or something like that?
Like with Rizin?
Rizin or or PFL.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, at some point you're gonna leverage, try and get the most money you can. Because Shadow Live probably has no interest in coming in at some shitty contract.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's the only thing I can think of if he's not going to be UFC bound after this. Imagine if he wins the fight and then he immediately vacates both belts to go to UFC.
Contender
That
series.
would look so. If that happened, I love PFL, I love Rizin, but I'd be like, I would have to like just call a space, baby. Like, you guys are fucking morons. Like, to just let that happen.
Yeah.
T-San says that Tenya versus Takuma Inoue 2 conference. Everybody said it was an imitation of Rizin conference. So since they set up a luxury car and each fighter came out in style. Super Anime King says this might be the best MMA fight in general outside the UFC in terms of skill level. I think we can agree on that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Super Anime King also says I could see him going to PFL if they give him a better offer. Usman looks like he's starting to question leaving PFL for UFC. I thought he wasn't. I think even Islam said that like it's better that he's making more money in PFL than if he came to UFC. I swear to God, I swear to God, I thought I heard that.
Yeah, you got to wonder what kind of contracts they're even looking at, right? Because like Rico Verhoeven could have gone to the UFC, and I heard they wanted to give him a shit contract too.
Yeah, they were going to give him like 12. Well, that wasn't Parnass is apparently UFC bound, and
that's right.
He's apparently got. Remember, he got like offered like 15. He got like 15 or something for like what they initially offered him. But I guess the MVP fight maybe that increased the stock, or you know what? Maybe he just took what they gave him.
Yeah, God knows. I don't understand why they like when they need like big names, they just give them just really bad.
Now, what's it? The Cuban guy, Karate Combat guy, is on his on his way back to UFC as well. So also on MVP. So that's the thing is if you sign with UFC, you're guaranteed to make money when you fight, and you're guaranteed fights for the most part, unless your name is Mike Davis, according to him. So the problem is, I don't know. I'm sure MVP signed all those fighters on like one fight deals, and then they could go wherever. So now you're a free agent. What are you going to wait for the next fight, the next MVP show, which maybe whenever, or if UFC comes to you and says, "Yeah, they are," maybe it's more money than what they were initially offered when they first got offered, but I'm willing to bet it's still not enough money. You get what I'm saying, Andres?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. And then, but the lockdown is the killer part when they're like, it's going to be for 3-4 fights,
Yeah. Listen, it could be worse. It could be one where they don't give you fights and you're still under contract. You're a solid dick and you're a prisoner. You're in one jail forever.
Rodtang re-signed with those guys.
Oh, and Rodtang re-signed. People were expecting that he was going to be fighting in Rizin because he said he's going to fight in October. Like, oh, no, I guess it's going to be for one of those Japan shows, maybe. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, the Samurai, the monthly event that is not monthly.
Yeah, the non-monthly event.
Yeah.
T-San says, Sakakibara says that one more fight will be added. He said it'll be a body blow type of fight card. And people are saying in the chat, cozy. If it says Osaka, it's probably cozy. Cozy fights. But let's see. They also announced, we talked about Ren versus Dautbek. Satoshi versus Nomura. Dare I say I picked Satoshi to win that? Unless, he gets clocked in the first 30 seconds or something. But we know how Satoshi works and all that. Yutaka Saito, Yaman. Yutaka Saito is being what do you call it? He's being de-carbon freeze or whatever it was in Star Wars and he's dare I say that I think Yutaka Saito is shot now, incredibly shot as a fighter. I think Yaman's gonna walk through him.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to get him back on track, Yaman. Or
because Yaman had the Kanehara fight, and he then got injured. He got the orbital injury, so he had to take off some time with that. So I think it's a fight for Yaman to win. That's why they booked it. Plus, he's a former champion, so if he beats him, it's a stock up on Yaman's case. Vugar Klukimov versus Ryo Takagi. Interesting fight. I wanted Karamov versus Kafaro. I wanted something like a big fight like that. Like, but the problem, I don't know. I feel like Karamov's just gonna grapple fuck Takagi for 3 rounds. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. Is Kafaro booked?
No, he's not. I'm surprised. And this is the one thing I think Rizin needs to improve on. Like someone who gets a big win like that, someone who captures the hearts and minds of the fans through social media, they got to get booked like 3-4 months after. If they can book him the month after, that's even better. But you gotta capitalize on hype like that and big wins like that.
Yeah,
because you kind of just now maybe there's some extenuating circumstances and all that. Oh yeah, Kafaro wanted Ren though. Supposedly it came down to Dautbek or Kafaro, and Ren chose Kafaro. Dautbek, excuse me.
Yeah. No, I became aware of Kafaro via, I think it was you and Aniki interviewed him, right?
Yeah, we kind of both. Well, he interviewed him and I interviewed him. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of his much of his style until this last event, but yeah, he's on fire, man.
Yeah, especially if you follow him on social media.
No.
Oh, Ryan 128-bit says that Kafaro says his wife is giving birth, so he wants to fight in November. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
John Nash also says, according to Aoki, we'll talk about Aoki.
Oh yeah.
Koji was offered to fight Akiyama in Black Combat. Are we talking? Is this the same Akiyama that we're thinking of? Is this the same? Are we talking about Yoshihiro Akiyama? Are we talking about that guy? I don't think it's another one, so I think it's that guy. Koji would be like 40 pounds lighter than Akiyama, especially now. Post what's that show? What is it called? Physical 100?
Yeah, the Korean one. Yeah.
Yeah. Post Physical 100. Yeah. That's like 30-pound difference between the two. More 40, 50 pounds possibly. Yeah, no. That's insane. Yeah. Well, it's also announced Asakura versus Aoki.
Yeah.
What do you think about that match?
I mean, it's one of those name value matches, right? I mean, I feel like it's going to be a Mikuru win, but
you can't count out Aoki. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If Aoki gets him down,
yeah,
I think he subs him quickly.
Yeah.
It's a risky fight. It's a really risky fight. I think if it gets past the first round, Mikuru wins, but first round, it's likely that it's all in Aoki's like advantage.
When was the last time he fought?
I think he fought Akiyama and won, wasn't it?
Let's see.
Then he fought Lineker before that, I think. That's one of the funniest fights ever, though. John Lineker versus Shinya Aoki.
Okay, yeah. It wasn't even that long ago. For some reason, I thought it was like 4 years.
It feels like it was because it feels like it was 100 years ago. It really does. And Aoki's been doing pro wrestling this entire time. Also, apparently, he's just doing like random side quests, training like Akimoto, training Nomura, training Yachi, training. He's always popping up in the Rising Confessions as like the grappling guy. He's also been compared to like Chael Sonnen. He kind of has like that type of YouTube channel where he just kind of just talks shit.
Yeah, just instigates and says crazy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but he does it in the Aoki way.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like if Mikuru loses that's an embarrassing loss, right?
Yeah, like what would it be? What would it do for his stock, right? Is that like the end of?
No, it's not the end, but it's because obviously I think Rizin wants to lead up to Ren versus Mikuru 2 at some point.
Yes.
Now Ren loses and then Mikuru loses. I think you could kind of build a story around that, but let's say one guy wins, the other guy loses. Like, very little incentive for them to face each other for the second time. Like, again.
Yeah.
They kind of book themselves into a corner that they don't need to book themselves into. I would have been happy with Vugar versus Mikuru because that's the one guy that Mikuru has not avenged his loss against. In his he avenged the loss against Kleber. He avenged the loss. He avenged. No, he didn't lose. Let's see. Who did he? Let's see. Yeah, he avenged the loss against Kleber, and then he beat Suzuki. He would need. I'm trying to think who else. Did Suzuki beat him? No, he didn't. Okay. Who am I thinking of that? Oh yeah, he got the second one. Okay, he beat Saito. He beat Kleber. So he got his two most recent losses back. And then if you were to have the fight with Vugar and beat him, then the Ren's the only one that he.
And he's not beating Shed Alive.
Yeah, no, that's the exception. That's the exception.
Yeah, we don't count that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just feel like they kind of booked themselves into the corner with this. And listen, he could still win, but it's still a risky fight. Very, very, very risky.
Yeah, and then you have to weigh that between like how big a numbers it's going to do, right? Because it is a big deal. So like,
yeah.
Let's
see, who else have we got on this? Oh yeah, Karamov, Takagi. We talked about a bit. Satoshi Nomura. I guess this is to see grappler versus striker.
Yep.
John Nash says, imagine if Mikuru, Hiramoto, and Shadalive all lose. That's literally like the trifecta of the top guys in Rizin.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
And Daichi Tomozawa versus Don't Mind Kawabata. Did you see the graphic for that? And it said like Don't Mind Kawabata.
And he's like wearing a gi, right?
Yeah.
In the graphic.
Do you know his backstory?
No.
Trains at JTT, judo black belt, judo champion. He has a very popular YouTube channel apparently as well. So economic circle of the Asakuras in full swing. He's old though. He's 36, having his first pro MMA fight.
So he doesn't have anything other than judo, and that's not on Tapology. Okay,
yeah.
Wow.
I don't know about I don't think even any Shuto amateur all Japan stuff.
Okay. What did he accomplish in judo? Was he like a national champion or anything?
Oh yeah. If you go up if you look him up on YouTube, you could see a bunch of his stuff. He won the European Open in 2014.
Wow.
Let me see. Okay, here's the IJF. I'm assuming this means International Judo Federation. Let's see. Oh, okay, so European Open, Budapest, Grand Prix, yada 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 yada. So, I mean,
did you see the dates on those?
Oh,
like 13, 14.
Oh yeah. Listen, he's 36, man.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So I think this is definitely a case of listen. You're our judo coach. I'm assuming he's a judo coach at JTT. He's got to be. I don't know why else he'd be there. So take a fight, and he'll put him up against a kickboxer, Daichi Tomozawa. We'll see how he does.
Yeah.
Oh, who will Hiroya train for? Who will train with for this fight? Which fight are you talking about? 128? Did I miss something? I think I missed something. When I with Hiroya.
Did we say he's going to be on New Year's Eve?
Oh yeah, he's going to be on New Year's Eve. Yeah. He's friends with Tomizawa? I didn't know he was friends with Tomizawa. Because Tomizawa wasn't Tomizawa. No, Tomizawa was not a Ren guy. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I did not know that. Okay. Well, I guess we're at 2:30. We have enough people here. Okay, let me get into the contest. So let me make a banner for that.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, this is kickboxing related because kickboxing is doing so well. Because we got so many kickboxers going to MMA, going to UFC, yada 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 yada. So when I was in Japan, I went to an actual K1 show.
Nice.
And of course, they're hanging from the rafters there because That's what K1 is. Yogi, Sun Out 2000 Yogi, whatever. Anyway, so oops, I'm just gonna move the mic to this for a second. So I have here a white K1 logo shirt, and I have here as well a Leona Pettis Super Featherweight Championship T-shirt as well, both large. By the way, as well, of course, it's a guy who's now in Knockout. By the way, I saw that Pettis was having a fight in Knockouts. Anyway, so here's what I'm gonna do. Both are available to one winner, and whoever I pick as the first winner gets to pick which one they want. Second winner gets the leftover prize. So here's the deal with this contest. Obviously, since kickboxing is doing so well, I want to hear what is the biggest kickboxing match that can be made right now. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be Japanese. Could be, you could say Rico Verhoeven versus Badahari 10 for all I care. But I want to hear what it can be the biggest kickboxing fight that can get Tenshin Takaru level of attention. So message me that any way but which way you can. Actually, well, let's do X sucks now though for like notifications though. I'll just say just message me. However, actually no, I'm gonna make this as well. You have to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So I don't know, just screenshot you're subscribed. You could even AI it probably, and like bullshit. But yeah, so. But here's the thing: it's available to everybody. So if you're in the UK, you're in Ireland, if you're in Antarctica, it's open to everybody everywhere, and I'll cover shipping. Let us keep this contest open for a good few months, at least until, let's say, the what was it? Let's say Super Ryzen 5. Super Ryzen 5 is when again? October?
No, wait, September.
September.
Yeah.
September. Okay, let's save it for the Super Ryzen 5 review show. And this is open to everybody. So Andreas, if you want to enter, you're more than welcome to enter as well. So
sweet. Yeah.
I don't know. Can you fit a large?
Yeah, that's what I want. What is it? A US
it's
large?
large.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay. It might be you might have to like cut off the bottom and it'll become like a tank top or what do you call it?
Yeah, crop top or something?
Yeah, crop top. That's it. Crop top. So yes. That is the contest. And the winner, and I'll pick two winners, and the first winner gets the choice, and the other person gets the second prize.
It's gonna be Eddie Hearn versus Dana White.
I'm fine. Listen, if that's what you think is the biggest kickboxing match that could be made, I'm fine with that. I realize I did not give my picks for favorite fight of night for Landmark. I'll just Hinotori, Jae Hoon Lee, and KO sub whatever. I'll say Oshima with her kneebar finish.
Yeah, that was sick.
And I'll also I'll give Hinotori some credit as well for his finish over Jae Hoon Lee on 5 days ish notice for his thing. Sorry, I was distracted by something that was in the Discord. Anything else you want to say about Rizin Hiroshima or any other news that was announced or any other things, Andreas?
Just trying to think. For sure, in terms of sub, for me, it's also the kneebar and KO. I'm gonna give it to Johnny Case.
Yeah, that was also a great knockout. Let's go with that as well.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that I think I have like a 45-minute video talking about this.
You do, yes. You were much more terse than I am.
I just it's funny because I'm talking to myself too, so it's a weird exercise. But
you see, I could do a live video probably by myself. Mm-hmm. Doing a pre-tape video, I feel like is harder.
How so?
Because at least there'll be people here that I can interact with. But like, it's kind of like I have the same problem with like reading voicemails where I just kind of just go on. I already said my point, but then I'm like making other points, and then I'm like, oh shit! I hear the your voice message has exceeded the time limit.
Yeah. I have to make notes so that I don't ramble on about the same things. But yeah, that's hard to do, I think. And also, but it's nice because you have the power of editing. So if you stumble or say something completely just that doesn't make sense, you're like, let me try that again. So
yeah, I got you. You got any coverage or anything coming up for any Japanese MMA stuff or combat stuff or sumo stuff or anything?
Yeah, I actually just today I released my reaction and summary video of the Nagoya sumo tournament, which just ended today. I thought it was incredible, so you should check that out. Yeah.
Okay, great. Let me think, and let me get your stuff up. I should still have it saved. I think yes. Here we are. That's your IG.
Yep.
And this is your YouTube channel as well.
Correct. Yes.
Great. And hopefully you're getting some more subscribers as the days go on.
Yeah, slowly but surely. You know, it's grinding away.
Good. Just a reminder, everybody, please like and subscribe if you're not, and leave a comment. Helps the algorithm. Follow the podcast at We Are Rizin Pod. If you want to melt your brain, please join the Rizin FF Discord, where we have a lot of fun sometimes, and then other times we don't have fun. But most of the times we have fun. If you want to check out the show as well, please check out the Rizin show, the repeat on Rizin.tv. Was it available immediately for you after?
I didn't even check because I screen recorded it because
yeah, you're smart, man. I gotta do that.
Dude, I love hearing the music. Like, it really takes me out of it when they mute it.
Can I be honest? I don't care.
Really?
I don't. If I miss the music, it's not like, oh God, I missed the Eminem song coming out when Yuki Matoyo made his walkout. I guess it's kind of cool. It's cool for, atmosphere purposes. I get it.
Yeah.
And some have like really cool like entrance music, like Kana. I used to like Kana's entrance music.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like the chorus of children that were singing at the beginning. And then Miguru's is also pretty cool as well.
I have to hear Shadow Live's music.
Oh, Shadow Live's music is fucking banger.
Yeah,
I listen to that sometimes at the gym. It's really. I didn't know that Kurz could drop such hot beats, man. I really didn't know that.
It's sick, but it feels like a shame when it's just muted. You know? Yeah.
Someone made a funny point that both Miyagawa and Tilenov came out to the other guy's music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think you can't. You gotta come out to your own beat, man. That's not fair. You're cheating the pop of the audience because they probably heard the music of Shadow Live. They're like, oh, they're kind of like, oh, the Shadow Live like pop happened, and it's like, oh, it's not Shadow Live. It's his guy. It's his guy. And then Miyagawa, come out with Paradise, Gangsta's Paradise,
mm-hmm.
and then it's him. It's not Hagiwara. I don't think you can do that. I think if somebody has established music already that they use, you cannot. Nobody else can use it until that fighter has left. Right?
Yeah, it's weird when they're active and like around the same. Yeah.
They're on the same card. Hagiwara and Miyagawa are both on the same card.
Yeah, that.
So you heard Gangsta's Paradise twice.
I feel like it's like a psyop with Tilenov, like that, because they're preparing us for Shadow Live leaving. So we're getting the second coming.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%. No, not Gangsta's Paradise. What is it? What is it? It's not Gangsta's Paradise. That's Hagiwara's. What is it?
I don't even remember. But how does it go?
Oh, what is it? Oh my God! Somebody in chat know what Hagiwara's music is. It's not Gangsta's. I don't think it's Gangsta's Paradise. But yeah, I don't mind if they mute it. I had to watch New Japan shows live, and people they would overdub the music with such silly shit. It's the
Snoop
next
Dogg.
episode. It's Snoop Dogg's. It's Snoop Dogg's music.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm used to it. I know. I grew up with both. You get the DVD, and you could hear like the actual music of like the Pride show and all that stuff. Yeah. But I'm fine.
It's partly that, and partly like I need it to be available right away, and sometimes it's not. So yeah,
I got you. I guess I think when they mute the music before, they were muting also Brown and Schiavello. I think they've managed to sidestep that. Oh, the next episode by Dr. Dre. That's it.
Yep,
that's the one. Okay, but yeah. We'll be back soon for a Rizin preview. Rizin, oh my God, what is it? Super Rizin 54 coming up as well. And as well, there's going to be a Rizin mid-year review, which will have some very familiar faces on it. but we'll talk about that. That'll be sometime in the future. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But everybody tuned in. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And continue watching the podcast and liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good shit. Thank you everybody for the support. Take care. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.